To tonight's Dungeons and Dragons game. I will be your dungeon master. That being said, we did lose a party member. You had some stuff you wanted to pass out, or
yes. So Gary sent me with his character sheet. He has bequeathed me the ring of finger guns, a sewing kit, and a small rodent skull. Everything else, if anyone else is interested, he has leather armor. Okay. A shield. Okay. An explorer's pack, a disguise kit, thieves' tools, the skeleton key we found at Shasta's Manor, the ring of necrotic resistance, which requires attunement. He also has sugar cubes, carrots, 3 mason jars of red wine, a burlap sack, the rodent fossil that Kaz gave to him, 2 Merkle necklaces, and 5 non-poisonous mushrooms. The only thing he will not part with is the jar with the shaman's head in it. So you want...
Yeah, I already wrote down the leather armor and the shield unless anybody else wants it.
And I think Megan wanted the ring, or the key.
The key, yeah.
The key?
I'll take his disguise kit.
Okay.
Okay.
Nobody wants the ring, I'll take the ring.
What else is left?
How many items do you have? 2?
That would be my third
Me?
one.
Yeah.
One.
Honestly,
Wait, 2.
You have 2.
Actually, I have the
Kaz,
snuggle beast.
I mean, because he's the frontliner.
Yeah, you would actually definitely
So do you
benefit
want
from
the
the resistance.
the ring?
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, cool.
So there's also thieves' tools, an explorer's pack,
You said disguise kit.
Yeah,
5 non-poisonous mushrooms. I think the ones you did spore thing on the bunnies with. A burlap sack, 3 mason jars of red wine that formerly contained a shaman's head. Carrots and sugar cubes.
I'll take the carrots.
All right.
I'll take the sugar cubes too.
Can someone remind me what the bone key does again? So I can have that in my notes.
It unlocks any locked.
And then I'll take the
Things,
thieves' tools.
Yeah.
There's only
Down
a few remaining charges. I don't remember how many.
I think
It's got
it
4
was-
teeth,
I thought it
and
was
you
a-
roll the D4, and then that's how many teeth it loses when you use it. And
How
once the
many-
teeth are gone,
How many teeth does it?
4. And then once they're gone, it's broken.
All right. So for dinner tonight, pizza. Everyone good with that?
Mm-hmm.
Did we get any word?
They're coming from North Charleston. They're on the way.
Okay. Cool. So let me go ahead and just order a pizza real quick.
And like you said, count me in on that. That's right. I don't know if you have this information already, but he has written down that the leather armor is 11 plus dex, and the shield is 2 plus AC.
Gotcha. I'm gonna turn it into slag anyway.
Repurpose.
See, I have leather armor and a shield that I don't need. If you would like.
You guys are also getting ready to go into a town too, so keep that in mind for items
like-
to possibly sell.
Gary's gonna go on his way and he starts handing out his stuff, and then Bailey's like, you know what? I actually don't need this either.
Gary's
like,
real
Just regular leather armor and a regular shield.
I'll have those both. All 4 of those things. What gives you leather armor? Bard class or something?
It was just in my kit. Yeah.
I think Bard will give you light armor proficiency.
You don't get proficiency from taking taking in their class.
Yeah.
I thought it was just the saving throws that you don't.
You don't get the saving throws. You still sometimes some of them will throw in proficiency.
If I put on any armor, I get disadvantage on
Yeah, like there's a little
spell
table
tests.
in the player's
Yeah,
handbook.
so it gives
I'm
me
not sure if Bard does.
disadvantage on like what was it?
I know Fighter will give you medium.
Like a bunch of stuff. So I was like, I don't need it. I have mason. What's the other thing?
What's your AC with teeth on?
Mage armor is
It's basically studded leather.
like wrote it in my.
Like 13.
Oh, it's a +2. That's it. So my armor class is 12 right now with
When you use mage armor, your AC becomes 13 plus your dex.
my armor class is 15 now. I'm glad we had this conversation.
Nah, I have to keep remembering to add 1 if I have 2 weapons in my hand now.
Oh, nice. Is that from your fighting style? Oh, the feet, yeah.
Shush.
I keep forgetting that exists, and D&D Beyond does not automatically add that in because it doesn't know what I'm holding.
Right.
Magic initiative.
Ooh.
Babe, can you take her out while I finish?
Yeah. Okay.
So who did you commission to do Dove's art?
Just like a random person on Etsy, and like I commissioned her like a couple days after our first session, and just I've talked to her a couple times, and she was supposed to give me a sketch last weekend, but I think from what I can tell from her profile, she's like 18, she just started college. I'm like, all right, like she's probably got a lot going on. And so I was just like playing around on the internet, and then I saw an artist was selling templates, and they sold like, it was like 9 templates of different like big cats. I was like, I'll just buy the template and color it myself.
There you go.
So like, I'll just make it look however I want. And now like I have a reference, so if I want to commission something else, I don't have to just like, well, she's like this, like that, and then I have like something I can show them, and here are the colors I used and everything. And like, I kind of want to be like, so what's the deal? But I don't want to like stress her out. But yeah, it's been almost 3 months.
Wow.
Dang, that is a long time.
Yeah.
Do you have to pay up front, or once
Yeah, I
you
already
get
paid
finished?
for it.
Wow.
Yeah. So I mean, like, she seems pretty nice. Like, I could, you
So
know,
pizza's gonna be 8.
I could probably like say, hey, like, don't worry about it. Like, just give me a refund. But you know, she's already started, so I don't know.
That awkward moment where you don't want to like pressure, but like you're also like.
Yeah, it's like I'd like to get it, but like I also don't want to be like the reason this person has a really bad day. So
Right. Man, somebody got it quick. I'm already getting emails.
I had it ready to go as soon as you told me that. Yeah. Did you guys see the Brass Against debacle? That band, the Brass Against, they're like a ska band. There was a music festival in Daytona, I think it was, where the lead, the front woman decided she had to use the bathroom but didn't have time to go to the bathroom, so she had some fan come up on stage and piss in his face. Like,
That sounds like a female lead singer of a ska band. That sounds
that's all the
so
footage. I was like, oh
normal.
my God.
it's like,
Yeah,
well,
I saw that.
I mean,
That's not the nastiest thing I've seen in Daytona either.
that's not the nastiest thing I've heard of a lead singer of any band doing. so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a reason I don't go past games.
Alright. So, last we left our adventuring party.
Oh no.
Hi guys, it's Skeletor. So, what you guys did last time? Well, it was quite an adventure, I will say. You guys were traveling to Pine Shell, and along the way you guys left the snowy, cold, tundra area. It started to melt and become boggy and marshy. As you guys were traveling through the night, you had some trees befall across the road. Holly got out with his quick thinking and asked Kaz to help lift and move some trees. Kaz, super enthused, was like, how big are the trees? Holly, yeah, I'm a dwarf, and everything's bigger than me, so, hey, you know, there's nothing against that, man. I totally understand where you're coming from. Alright, so, after you guys started moving the trees, this creature jumps out of the darkness and attacks you guys. You guys totally destroyed it. Did you guys even figure out what it was?
A troll.
A troll. All right. So after you guys destroyed it, I think your armor got a little gunky.
So
There,
inside that
Swage. After
Not just my armor.
Whole damn body.
it's so dirty. All right. So then after you guys dispatched them, you guys found the lair of said creature. After finding a little chest covered in viscera, as someone so elegantly put it in the notes.
Gross.
I believe it wasn't Kaz who took it. I thought it was Holly who took it, but I could be wrong.
I might have it wrong too.
I don't know.
I think it was Holly.
The chest was taken by.
Oh, yes, I do have the chest.
I was
Yes,
definitely
I
just
have the
holding up,
chest.
and I was like,
So Holly
oh,
took
okay.
the chest. But anyways, I digress. Afterwards, you guys got back in your carriage, headed to Pine Chill, noticing the skulls were still chasing you guys. You guys turned around and were like, hey, why are you following me? And the skulls were like, because we were told to, like a robot. Alright? Afterwards, Holly's like, I got a genius plan to get them off our backs. That fell through so bad. Afterwards, you guys got stuck with me, the greatest guy in the whole wide world, Skeletor, aka Scully, or Scully, aka Skeletor. I don't know, but hey. Now that you guys know that the collector is after you guys made a deal, which some of you were not so happy about, and I completely understand. Shame. But at least nobody lost their life, and I think that is the takeaway we should all take from this. Like 110%. Totally. Now, that's where we left off. You guys were outside of town getting ready to head in, and me, being the fearless leader that I am, is marching on forward.
Get back in the flashlight.
God damn it. So, that is what happened last week. Quick recap. AKA Skeletor's, yeah, he's in the house. So, what would you guys like to do?
I want to look in my book to see if I recognize the demon that came out of the portal.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So you start flipping through the book, and you do actually find him in the book. He is
And what do I find out about
You
this
find
thing?
out that he is a bone demon.
Bone demon.
Not to be confused with Bone Daddy.
Two different types of bone people.
I almost wrote bone baddie on my notes.
Spiral.
Or not,
I just
not
got-
Bone Demon, sorry,
I got
Bone
a
Devil.
Dayman and a
Bone
Nightman
Devil.
print
Bone
in the
Devil.
mail today. I'm going to send you a picture of them because they are so
I have a color changing
wonderful.
coffee mug that when you put hot stuff in it, it goes from Nightman to Dayman.
It's amazing.
I like that.
Alright, so.
You had to say the troll told.
We did troll.
That's all. Literally,
Come
what
see
he
a guy
did.
with some
My brain
guns.
just spiraled out of control.
Use that troll. God damn it, Frank, are you chewing gum?
That really was the height of that show, though. Like that. That
I
season.
think that was like the first episode of Sunny I only saw. I was like, this is amazing. What is this?
Is that like season 5
Yeah.
or 4 or something? Yeah.
Like everything was building up to that, and then everything.
Alright,
was
so,
downhill
what you
after
know
that.
about the Bone Devils. Bone Devils are
Devil or demon?
Devil, sorry.
Devils.
Yeah. So they are a lesser of the devils. They are driven by hate, lust, and envy. Bone devils act as cruel taskmasters. They set weak devils to work. They are especially delighted in seeing friends that defy them and demote them. At the same time, they long for promotion and are bitterly envious of any superiors. Attempting to curry favor irks them, rightfully so. Bone devils appear to be a humanoid-ish husk with dried skin tight across the skeletal frame. It bears fearsome skull-like head and tail of a scorpion. The odor is foul, that of decay that hangs in the air well after they're gone. Though they are devastating in combat with their claws and bone devils also wield the polearm hook made of bone, which they use to subdue enemies before striking their venomous tail. Let's see. That's a little history on bone devils in general. Okay.
Do I know, like, if they have any, like, weaknesses or strengths against any type of, like, magic or weapon attacks?
Alright, so you do know that they are very smart. They have resistance to cold, bludgeoning, piercing, slashing, and that aren't non-magical or silver. And they have immunities to fire and poison. Let's see. Yeah.
You said resistance to cold, and then the bludgeoning, piercing, slashing from non-magical, non-silver. Is there anything else besides the cold and that set of things?
Nope. That's it.
Cool.
Well, and then you have the immunities from fire and poison.
Is everyone in the carriage?
Yeah.
I'm going to tell everyone that. What I read in my book.
It's very good.
That explains the smell.
Yeah.
I thought it was me.
They're also me. It could still be.
Terrifying.
Nah, it's definitely me.
Just terrifying looking thing.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna see that in my nightmares for the next week.
Mm-hmm. The clattering.
It's probably
Stop,
one of the
Doug, no.
It's probably one of the coolest looking devils, though.
It looks like a xenomorph. Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Oh, I actually used a xenomorph in one of my games, and that was utterly terrifying, but so cool.
I did an alien tabletop game.
Nice.
It was a lot of fun, and I was the only one that did not get hit or impregnated with a baby.
Nice. No, because I used one, and of course they're when they converted them to 5e, they're basically dragon level.
Shoot, yeah.
And that was the one I had them in a Drider cave, and it was sitting there, and it was shooting webs 150 feet at people as they were trying to jump over a chasm. Yeah.
All right.
And then, so after it hit you with the web and splatted you against the wall, it pulled you back in to impregnate you. Yeah, that's awesome.
Gross.
It was so cool.
Did they all die?
No, they actually defeated it.
Nice.
But one character, so their big idea was they actually had makeshift bombs, right? Kind of like the bombs I gave you guys, the holy grenades, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Or the time grenades, but these were actually exploding bombs. So what they decided to do was take the bombs, tie them together, release all the fuses at the same time, throw it at the creature, and then boom, kill the creature. So it was kind of like Fluff or Nutter from Critical Role.
Yeah.
Rolls were rolled. The rolls weren't bad, but they weren't to get it to where the creature was. It was a little bit off. So they sat there and did that. Well, the guy who threw it made too much noise when he did and got webbed and pulled with it. So he's sitting there holding the grenades basically, or underneath him, and he's like, I can, because he's restrained, he's like, I can still attack though, right? I was like, yeah, you can still attack. He's like, I aim my crossbow and shoot the bombs. He's like, I'm just going to self-sacrifice and just wipe this thing out, right? And I was like, okay, cool. And he had a critical crossbow, so it was kind of like the one that Noct has in Critical Role, where if you hit a crit, it does double damage and it auto-reloads
yeah.
to shoot again,
But
right?
if you hit a 1, shoot yourself.
Right.
Yeah.
And so he stood there and he rolled a crit to hit. And so he shot twice, did like 70 points of damage to this damn bomb, causing it to explode. He took like a ton of damage. So did the creature. The creature's still up. The thing had like 300 and something hit points. He only had like 120. I think he was down to like 12 afterwards. And he was the only one there with the creature for like 3 rounds, or for like a full 2 rounds by himself. Luckily, he was the cleric, so he was like, Spirit Guardians, spiritual weapon, run! So, but yeah, that was pretty cool. Alright, anyways, sorry, I digress.
So all of us sitting in the carriage, so, I'm just gonna throw this out there. This dude, before we do any decision, I want to hear this guy's story. Monthos.
I agree. I don't think we should just go outright killing everything. But at the end of the day, I feel having these one set of eyes that we can control is a lot better than having things following us indiscriminately.
That's fair, and I mean...
hold on, quick question. So I imagine when you guys are sitting in the carriage, you guys are sitting like this in the carriage, facing each other?
Yeah.
Correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and then Swage is on the floor. And so is Ashley. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, because...
At bare minimum, some of us can break off and keep an eye on the one set of eyes on us.
Ouch. That's fair.
And
And again...
people can accomplish things without having multiple skulls flying around following us all day.
Is anybody able to see anything that's invisible? I mean, we have the spyglass.
Probably.
So every once in a while, I think we should just look around and see if there's anyone around us. Because that's kind of the best bet. I mean...
You know Lisa? She's my friend.
She's your sister.
Say hi.
Hi,
Say hi. Look. Hi. I miss you so much.
So this is Nathan. Nathan is gonna be, or Lathan, sorry, is gonna be an aspiring DM one day. So he already plays Dungeons and Dragons.
Awesome.
Yep.
You got a bag of dice?
This is my governor list.
So, as you guys are talking and discussing this, Pele, you start to see a floating little flame skull kind of just like peering over Holly's shoulder, kind of just sitting there watching you guys.
I'm not
So,
playing my
what's up, Scully?
tablet anymore.
Oh, don't mind me.
I'm not playing.
I'm. You know what? I'm not even here.
No.
But you
I wish.
That would be preferred.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, I got a job to do. You guys got a job to do. I'm just along for the ride. Okay.
Speaking of ride, maybe you should stay with the carriage.
Well, no, I gotta watch you guys. Make sure you guys do what you're supposed to do.
We're not gonna be doing that for a while.
You don't know that.
we have other
I
things.
mean, what if the dude's here in this town?
Doubt it.
We don't know.
Would you know?
No.
No? You don't have like a little sensor that will go off?
No, I didn't mark him.
Well.
I mean, I'm good, but I ain't that good.
He can benefit us if we need stealthy operation with a small skull listening in on something,
As he
right?
sits there and he flies past you, Holly, he goes right around and like swirls around Pele and he's just like, yeah.
I mean, he's not the most useless thing.
No. You have your benefits, but
It's yet to be determined.
definitely stay out of sight.
You can always light your cigars.
I'd rather you not.
What, hellfire too much for you? I gotcha.
Spicy soup.
Taste doesn't suit me.
So, Pine Chill's our first kind of, it feels like our first town ever, guys, because we were reborn. But, Pine Chill? Am I saying it right?
Pine Shadow.
Let's check out that
Pine
chest
Chill.
that we found before we go.
Have we not opened
Yeah, we haven't opened
I
that
haven't
yet.
opened the chest.
I guess I will open said chest.
With the little chest?
Yeah.
You gonna try and open it? Okay. Go ahead and make me a strength check.
Oh, that's not good.
So you sit there and you go to pop open the chest, and as you do, your fingers kind of get stuck for a second, and then they just slide right off. It doesn't open.
Is it like rusted shut or magically shut?
You can go ahead and give me an Arcana check if you'd like.
Okay. That is a 17. Yeah, 17.
17. You do sense that there is magic. It could be holding it, locking it, or it could be just whatever is in there is just that powerful that's emanating from it.
I can't open it.
Give it to Switch.
It may
I'll
most likely be a
Activate my Furball Detect Magic ability, because I haven't done that yet today. And
Okay.
See if I can tell what school it is, if it looks dangerous.
So hold on, school. Oh yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, I am the weakest fourth known to mankind. Everything else, 14 and above. Strength, 8.
So it is the School of Magic is aberration.
That's usually like shielding or something, right? It's usually, that's probably like a, well, maybe not. Do I see that as like a threat, or, no?
No, it doesn't have to be.
You want to try to open it now? I could spend 10 minutes and identify the chest. I don't know if that would be really worthwhile, but
See if we can open it.
We could wait until we find other mysterious things and just pile them together.
yeah, I don't know if it's wise to bring a chest. We don't know what's inside of it into a town.
We can just leave it in the
We're
carriage.
still outside of town.
That's true. Well, that's what I'm saying. Maybe we do something now.
Do I have a crowbar?
Kaz, you want to open it?
Yeah, I can try. I don't know if I'll be able to because it's magic, but I mean, we could also smash it.
Here's a crowbar.
Okay, yeah, I'll try to see if I can get the crowbar in there, I guess. And
Go ahead, make me a strength check.
21.
21. Still does not.
Yeah, I figured.
Can I try and open it with Gary's thieves tools that I have now?
So there's no actual lock on it. It's just shut.
Can I bite it?
You can try biting it.
Wait! Don't do that. If it's magical,
I'm a carnivore.
I mean, it is covered in viscera.
Yeah, it's got
Yeah.
glue on
The
it.
rotten viscera from the
Just rub
bag.
my elbow on it.
Clear off a spot to bite.
it's magically shielded, and if
I don't have
we
magical
probably
teeth.
try and break it by any means, it could hurt us here, possibly,
Alright,
since it's
I'll
magically.
bite it.
Curse stomp yourself or something.
I know.
I've definitely in the past have tried to hit something that was magic. It was a book. It was a magical book, and yeah, I had a headache for 3 days. So,
We can just leave
I
it in
learned
the
my
carriage
lesson.
until.
yeah. Hey, Estevador, can you open this magical chest?
Well, there are spells that do, get rid of magical locks. One of them being Dispel. I don't have that because I'm not that kind of spellcaster, but I'm sure you could probably find somebody who, sometimes clerics have that ability.
Not this cleric.
No, not that type of cleric either.
My dad's a cleric in D&D, I think.
Is
He's a dwarf cleric.
Is Scully still out?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, can you use the spell at all?
I have one really cool spell that we could use,
What's that?
and it's the spell we use for everything. I mean, it's like the only spell you need to know.
Uh-huh.
I'm gonna say no.
What was the spell?
Fireball?
You don't know that spell.
You don't know
told
that
us-
spell. You told us
10
already
minutes
that you
ago.
don't know that spell.
I know.
Just goes Hyrule
Still.
Hadouken.
But I could produce flame on it. See if that works.
I can do
Oh well, I mean, then why are you asking me? Shoot.
Go back
Throw it
in
in
the
the pocket dimension and see if it just.
that. Go back in the flashlight.
Rude.
Alright, so yeah, let's just leave it on the carriage and while we go into town. What time of day is
So
it?
we're
right
not gonna bring the carriage into town?
now? Oh shoot, yeah.
We
Well,
we can
It's
hide
evening
it somewhere.
because you guys spent the day trying to get rid of the
The skulls.
skulls.
So
I would assume that leaving it in the carriage would be fine, even if the carriage comes into town, because the carriage is magical.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's the door. You said everybody else doesn't see what we see when we look at you. What about the horses? Do they look like normal horses to everyone else?
I mean, as normal as a horse can look.
Not like the crazy skeleton blue fire horses that I can see.
No,
Oh, okay.
that would scare too many people. Why would I do that? Although, it might be interesting.
No, not yet.
No, not.
It's an option. We can
That would be,
put that out there.
useful maybe.
Gotta get out
Like
real
how
fast.
scared would if we needed to cause a distraction or scare the shit out of some people, like.
I do love a good distraction.
Maybe not for a first impression.
A carriage drawn by flaming horse zombies driven by a demon riding through the middle of town might be.
We're like waving
With
out
the
the
floating
windows.
skull.
Oh,
Yeah.
hello.
Prince Ali, Ali, Ali.
Covered in troll vomit. Let's do it.
I guess we should go find somewhere to crash for the night.
Yeah.
I need a bath.
And we're up here,
You
right?
do need a bath.
Up.
Yeah, you guys are up
In the
there.
knots?
And just a break.
A break, day off would be a fantastic.
Alright, Estivador, onward!
Onward, aye. So he begins to move the carriage. As you guys get closer in, you can see that the outside of the wall does have some buildings. Some of them look like just standard farmhouses or workhouses for people that either work in the field or maintain the outside surrounding the wall. As you guys get closer to the gate, you notice that the gate does have 2 guards. The guards themselves are dressed not to the hilt. They're not wearing like full plate or anything like that. They do have some chainmail, a really nice looking, what do they call it?
Tabards.
Tunic. There we go. Over top that is clean, very clean. And they do have a shield and a spear in each hand. As you guys get closer.
How many?
It's 2. Yep.
I'm imagining fancy country constables.
Well,
As you guys get closer, you start to notice that these gentlemen are not of the less fur variety. They are actually very furry. One of them looks to be that of an ape or gorilla style. He's very muscular, very big. Kind of like what was that movie Sing? Remember that movie Sing?
Mhm.
Yeah.
The one dude's dad in prison. It looks similar to that, just
Okay.
wearing armor. And the other one looks like a real scraggly, like Sahara type cat or dog looking creature. He's very scrawny. Kind of has like a little tooth kind of just digged up on the side. As you guys kind of approach, he comes up. Hey, halt! Sorry, we're gonna have to do an inspection. Can I get everyone to come out of the carriage? I need to make sure that we account for everyone. Hey, Joe, can you
Monkey
write?
Joe.
Can you write down all these gentlemen's and ladies' names so that way we have a log of who came in and who's in the city?
Open the door and I'll step out.
I'm gonna come out too.
Yes, ma'am. In your name,
Pele?
is there a last or a surname?
There is, and I can't remember how to pronounce it right now. Megan can't remember how to pronounce it right now. Starts with an M.
Starts with an M.
Yes.
So Pele M.
Mhm,
All right.
perfect.
That should be fine. That should be fine. You're the only fiery one we've seen in a while, so you should be very noticeable in town. All
You
right.
shall have a warm welcome.
Yeah.
You, ma'am. You look like you don't belong with a ragtag team like this. Your name?
My name is Dovetail.
Dovetail.
Gonna-
You know, it sounds like I should probably know that name, but I don't. I'm sorry.
Do we know each other?
I don't know.
Where are you from?
I'm from Pine Chill.
Hmm.
Are you from Pine Chill?
No, I've actually never been here before.
Huh. It seems like I should just know that,
Yeah.
you know, someone coming out of a nice carriage like this, almost like royalty. I'm just saying. Alright. And who else?
I can go.
Oh, wow. Oh. Hi. Interesting. And your name, ma'am?
Esha Ala.
You got that, Joe? Joe?
There's a hyphen in there.
I don't even know what a hyphen is, but we'll go with that.
Love that show.
All right. Next.
I'll come out.
Hey, you know,
Big things, small packages.
exactly. That was my thought. Exactly. And your name, sir?
Lorholland Keystone.
Laholland.
Or Holly.
Holly.
Yeah.
Nah, I like Laholland. That sounds a little bit more like. Yeah.
Yeah, but Holly the dwarf.
Don't tell people that, man. All right. Next.
Get the damn flashlight. Alright, just do it. It'll be fine.
Put that on. Put it underneath my jacket and the armor.
Okay.
And I'll walk out next.
All right.
Probably hit my
And
helmet.
you.
Kira's
Wow.
getting out.
You got enough metal there, man? I'm just saying. That's a whole lot of metal.
You keep commenting a lot on our appearances.
Well, it's just easier that way I recognize people.
We
so
didn't
if
comment
anything
on your
happens,
appearance.
Yeah, I like your tooth.
Thank you. It's,
Looks like you keep
I
it
stand
pretty
corrected.
clean.
it's really good for getting like in those really in between like parts of your nail and stuff. It's just cleans it up really good.
Looks like it would be hard for you to eat corn.
What's corn?
Oh, you don't know about it either, huh?
I don't know what is this corn.
We'll have to show you sometime. I don't have any more either.
Oh,
I'm Swage.
Swage. Last name?
I wish I knew.
I wish I knew. You got that? All right. Good. Anybody else? Anybody?
me.
Holy mammoth. I'm afraid to even ask, but do you have a name there, sir?
Kaz.
Kaz. Mountain people. Got it. Cool. Kaz. Don't need a last name. Just look at the guy. He'll be noticeable in town. Alright, and you, sir? Esvador? Yeah. Okay. You look familiar, but I'm gonna let that slide. Alright.
Hey, Joe. What's his name?
My name?
I was asking Joe, but...
Joe doesn't talk too much.
Okay, then what's your name?
My name is Cappers.
Sorry, what?
Cappers.
Capworth?
Cappers.
Catbirth. Got it.
Meow.
Casper.
Here, I thought I had problem talking, but this guy.
Capper.
Cappers.
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 I'm hearing cappers every time now. Heard that.
Kaz is laughing, like got his mouth covered, just like turning around laughing.
That's all of a sudden.
Has an eyebrow raised.
Quick question before we go in. Is there anything going on in Pine Chill right now? Tomorrow?
There's nothing really going on. I do warn you, over on the west side, there's some abandoned houses and whatnot. I recommend kind of staying clear of that side, and even probably close to that wall that's over there. There's been reports of ghosts. I would just stay clear.
Has there been like this weird like green cloud that rolled through that part of town?
No, we didn't have any weird green cloud. Why? Is it something I should know? Do I need to report this?
It was in a town that we just came from.
Town that you just came from? Well, the only town that's up that way is...
Yeah.
Everyone okay?
No. Half of them I would say are okay and half are not okay. And then Pele's gonna start like acting like she's like getting tears in her eyes.
Oh man! Well, here, hold on, man. Like he pulls out his handkerchief.
We fled, and so we're just trying to see what the world is offering us right now.
Oh, I completely understand. So you guys left from there. Wow. Well, yeah, you're totally safe inside the city walls.
What? I'm so sorry. I'm kind of scared to ask, but what happened to the abandoned homes?
So, I don't really know. I'm just the guy who does the night watch out here. Me and Joe, we kind of do this as a part-time thing to make a little extra cash here and there. But from what I can tell with talking with my superiors is that basically the magistrate died. And when she died, it caused a big problem. And so people started seeing things. They don't know if maybe she was like in the occult or what, but yeah, it was...
How'd she die?
That's the thing, is nobody knows. Like, they found her in a locked room, all by herself, murder weapon not there.
But it was very apparent she was murdered?
Oh yeah, I mean,
That's
it's kind of
horrible.
hard. It's kind of hard to stab yourself in the heart. Yeah. They don't know.
Who is this?
The magistrate. Yeah, the magistrate. He just has a weird
Accent.
accent.
The Magistrate.
The Magistrate.
Magistrate.
Okay, well we will steer clear of the spooky area. I appreciate you for warning us.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Where's a good place to sleep for the night?
Oh, you want a cool place? Cool place, or like a nice place, or like maybe not so nice place? Like
Somewhere I can get a bath.
Moderately bougie.
Has vegetables.
It'll be my first bath, so maybe some kind of nice.
Maybe.
Maybe some corn.
Or mushrooms?
I still don't know what this corn is that you're talking about.
It's a vegetable.
It's a human thing.
Apparently. So he sits there and he looks at you guys and he goes, well, he's like, there is a nice tavern type inn.
Tavern?
It doesn't look that great on the outside, but the inside is much nicer. I vouch for it 1,010%. I'm telling you, it is really, really good. It's called Vergus. So, if you're going to go in through the gate, you're going to want to go close to the center of town. But before you get to the center of town, there's like a little alleyway that kind of goes off to the side. You're going to take that alleyway. We don't really have a whole lot of crime, but if anything does happen, just make sure you yell really loud. The city patrols are pretty good about making sure that pedestrians and people are safe in the city. So someone will come running pretty quickly. But you go down that alleyway, and after you get to the end of the alleyway, right on the corner is going to be the tavern. It's going to be run by a gnome, and her name is Tervanas. And just tell her I say hey, and she'll probably give you guys a pretty good deal.
What's her name?
Tervanas.
And the name of the tavern? You say Vargas?
Vargas.
Vargas. Magistrate. They were in charge of that town?
So the magistrate is kind of in charge of like all the law and the guards and judging and ruling on criminals and such.
Who does the job now?
Right now it's a vacant. I mean, we don't have anybody, so everything's either we catch somebody not doing what they're supposed to be doing, like they stealing or whatever, we lock them up, throw them into jail. Honestly, it's a good thing this town isn't that bad, because it could be overpopulated very quickly. We don't have a whole lot of cells to put people in.
So, guilty until proven innocent.
I mean, you're normally guilty because you're guilty.
Sure.
I mean, multiple people see you steal something, you're kind of caught, you know.
Who's in charge?
Right now, it's going to be the city guard captain, but nobody's really seen him. He's just been in meetings with the lord of the city, like a lot.
I'm gonna pocket my handkerchief.
Go ahead and make me a sleight of hand check.
Oh, that is a 1921.
So as you sit there and you kind of like are wiping your tears away after he's like talking to you and stuff like that, he's still like waiting for his handkerchief, but as he's like whispering and talking to you guys, he kind of gets caught up in the story and then just puts his hand down, thinking he took the handkerchief back without even noticing you pocketed it.
Anybody come through here or in the town named Morthos?
Morthos? Hold on. Hey, Joe, can you check the records? Is there a, what did you say, Morthos?
Morthos.
Morthos on the lot, on the ledger?
Tiefling.
Tiefling. Oh. I haven't seen a tiefling, but again, I'm only doing night shift, or evening shift. So.
There's a possibility he could have disguised himself too.
That's true.
Yeah.
Joe sits there and you see him kind of step forward, and now after looking at this skinnier, smaller, almost inferior-like creature as this giant gorilla guy basically just walks up, you see him flip through the papers and he kind of gets down and gets to the guy's ear, and you see the mouth move but you don't hear anything, and then he stands back up. Yeah, nope. Nobody named Morthos came through. Sorry. You want me to put a note down that if he does, if you guys are still here, to contact you?
Yeah, but don't let him know.
Don't let him know.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
I don't want Morthos to know that.
He has. Oh, just let us know. Don't tell him to contact us. Just discreetly let us know that he came through.
But he's a friend, right? I mean, you want your friend.
It's more of like a surprise
Yeah,
thing.
it's for a surprise. If he knows we're here.
Oh,
he'll
okay,
know.
surprise.
Yeah.
Go ahead and roll me a deception check or deceit.
Deception. Ah, shoot. That's a 14.
14. I'm not really good on lying to people, but I mean,
It's
you
not
see,
really
you guys seem like a
lying.
you guys seem like a pretty good group. I don't see why you would do anybody any harm.
Yeah.
So,
We
okay.
would greatly appreciate it because
Yeah.
his birthday, we missed it, and we're trying to find
Oh
him on
well,
the road.
that's crazy because my birthday is actually this weekend too.
Is it?
Yeah.
Wow. Are you celebrating?
Yeah, I'm gonna have dinner.
I want to ask him if there's a lot, or is there a lot of trade that comes through this town?
I mean, somewhat. I'm not gonna say it's like a trading post. I mean, but we do get our fair share of some goods that come through.
Primarily from the ham hocks?
From the what?
The ham hocks.
I don't know what that is.
Do you guys know anything about this town? Like you grew up here.
Yeah.
Okay. Just wondering.
They trade a lot of.
This is their part-time job.
Yeah, but that's a pretty big.
I mean, they're the night guard, not the day guard. They don't
Yeah.
deal with traders
We
coming
can-
in and out.
We should just save more
This
of our
isn't
questions
Terry
for
Pratchett
at the
book where the night
tavern.
watch is the competent watch.
Right.
This is like when like all the information trickles down. There's like then it just stops at a
The-
point.
the
It doesn't
B
go all the
team.
way down there.
It's like you ever played the phone game? Yeah, this is when the phone game goes wrong.
So are there any parts of town that are like that you wouldn't walk through at night that you would want to avoid, or
Probably the ghost area.
besides
More
the ghost area?
More like colorful people area, like a really rowdy bunch.
Ooh, really rowdy bunch. That would probably be the Adventurers Guild. I wouldn't go near there. Those
Really?
guys. Oh yeah, those guys. They're always causing trouble and stuff. And of course, we guards aren't allowed to go and interfere with them. They're a little bit not outside the law, but they are dealt with internally.
All right. Well, thank you for that information. In this conversation and kind of like looking at like through the gate and outside and everything, could I see if I remember ever coming through here?
Oh, you beat me to it.
Yeah, go ahead.
Ooh, that is a 22.
22. You do.
Yes.
You do remember coming through here. You remember coming through here with Swage and Dove. At the time when you came through here, Holly was with you, but you remember distinctly him hiding in the back of a cart underneath some stuff as you guys were leaving the city.
Do I remember hiding in the cart?
Do you remember?
Yeah.
She hasn't said anything. She just remembered all this herself.
At this point, I'm just trying to.
Do I remember why Holly was hiding?
No, you
No.
don't remember why. So
Okay.
You just remember that he was hiding as you guys were leaving the city.
Do I have like just an inkling of like us leaving on bad terms, okay terms?
You just remember that Holly's a rogue.
Got it. Got it.
My
That's-
sister's a rogue.
Yeah, like
She's
Okay.
like a halfling rogue.
Okay. I'm gonna
My sister.
keep my mouth shut and kind of like go.
What did I do this time?
I'm gonna look at Holly.
I love
and
it
just,
when
like,
they do stuff like that because it kills the other player. They're like, what happened? What did I do? I need to know.
No, I need to know what I did.
I'm gonna like look at Holly and then kind of like go over to Dove and just say, like whisper to you, we've been here before, so he might know me after all. We should go in. I have a weird feeling. We should just go
Yeah, if Holly left in a cart, there's probably
Well, she
a
didn't.
reason.
She didn't tell you that.
Oh, you didn't.
You don't,
Yeah.
you don't remember that either.
Yeah.
No, I thought you told me that.
No, I just said that we've been here before.
okay.
Yeah. So well, Catbirth and Joe, thank you so much. Are we clear to go through? We're super tired from being on the road.
Oh yeah. You guys are good.
Thank
you guys don't have anything to declare, right? There's no like contraband items, right?
What's contraband?
Contraband means items that aren't allowed in the city.
Is there a
Well,
list?
Yeah, is there a list of things not
Oh
allowed?
yeah, hold on. As he goes, he kind of scurries off and runs back to the little shack that they have outside. As you sit there and you see Joe has just kind of got his arms crossed as he's kind of just looking at you, but like just staring at you.
I'm doing the
He
same.
comes-
Just right back out of this.
He comes back out and he sits there and he has this like scroll. It's not a normal size scroll. It's a miniaturized scroll. And he's like, oh yeah. So here's the list. No caustic material. No
Acid?
acid. Other than using for if you have tools that require that type
Acid?
of
Uh-huh.
like if you're an alchemist.
Alchemist?
Exactly.
I mean, I'm probably still covered in
You
a
did
little
very
bit
good
of
accent.
acid. It's like stomach acid.
There was a troll. We had to pay the toll.
Steeps.
Wait. He was actually asking for money?
No, he just knocked over some trees, so we had to move them.
Oh! This guy. He's funny. Alright, let's see. No monsters allowed in town. So, yeah, I mean, you guys don't have that, right?
Mm.
Oh, okay. And then, the last, item, that they have that they want us to make sure that nobody has, is a dagger. That's pure, like, black, almost it's
Obsidian?
yes, obsidian. Yeah, that one.
Obsidian steel.
None of you have a dagger like
I
that,
just
right?
pull out 2 daggers, and I'm like, nope, mine are clean.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I just hold my 2 out.
Okay. All right.
Is that obsidian dagger here somewhere?
No, we're not allowed to have it in the city.
Is
doesn't mean
is that the weapon that possibly killed the magistrate?
I have no clue. All I was told
it's
was
just a very specific dagger
very
that cannot
specific
be had.
dagger.
Okay.
Not allowed to have.
Not obsidian in general, just obsidian.
Black
dagger.
obsidian.
Yeah,
Wait.
it's gotta be a black obsidian dagger. Like obsidian itself is okay. From what I can tell, it's just if it's a dagger,
Got
to
it.
not let you in and
Okay.
to report you immediately.
What if
So
it's like
say-
obsidian that's not cut, but it can be a sharp weapon? I'm asking too much.
What if we bring in an obsidian and then make a dagger inside the city?
I think we're asking for trouble.
Yeah,
Let's
yeah,
go
yeah.
ahead and go.
We're just gonna go inside. We're just messing with you.
Yeah, you guys are good. If you need anything, you know where we are. If it's during the day, you can always stop by my day job. I run the local general store. Okay.
Oh, all right. Well, if we miss you, happy early birthday.
Alright, thanks.
What area of town is the
Totally gonna
store?
celebrate.
The
this
general
guy.
store is gonna be in the center of town.
It's really not a big town. I think we can find it. I just noticed the key at the bottom. I'm like, oh, it's a half a kilometer wide town.
Who lives up there? And I point to the castle.
Oh, well, that's the Lord.
The Lord?
The Lord.
No, he runs the town. Like, there's
So,
like,
magistrate, Lord?
Yes.
yes.
Oh, okay. Who's that? Who's the Lord?
This guy, he's kind of slow.
The slowest of the group.
I can tell.
Yeah, he's actually faster than me. Short legs.
Oh, hey, I see what you did there. This guy, he kills me all the time. Yeah, so the Lord that runs this town, his name is, shit. What's his name again?
You sure you grew up here?
Yeah, well, he just kind of took over a couple, not too long ago. It's like every, 10 or so years they get a new one.
Mayor?
Huh?
Is he a mayor?
No, he's a lord.
Okay.
Well, lords are normally born in the position.
Yeah, not this town. That's not how it works. No, so
They die
the
off
capital
usually?
sends somebody out every so often, and that's who runs.
Changes the leadership and
Yeah.
whatnot. Okay.
Yeah.
Alright.
So the last guy, he was. I mean, he wasn't bad, I mean, he just made people work until they were dead. But I mean, what are you gonna do? It's a small town.
We'll
just go ask for tavern owner.
Yeah. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, you
It's
totally
late.
do that.
It's late. Let's go. Get back into the carriage. As we're go.
All right. Well, you guys are now inside the city of Pineville.
In the carriage. Holly, Dove, Swage, I know that the 4 of us has been here, and we had to smuggle you out, but I don't know why.
What did I do?
I don't know.
I usually don't get into trouble.
But it looked at Dove weird, and it made me think maybe we have come through here, because we don't have a lot of memories, and so I know that the 4 of us came through, and we had to smuggle you out. That's all I can remember.
Can I think and see if I remember why I was here? I would like to try and remember if I was here.
I'd also try and remember if I was
Okay.
You guys have the same.
not,
I don't believe it.
not necessarily with them, but if I had been in that town before.
What is it?
It's gonna be a history.
I got 4.
You got 12.
Swage is never gonna remember anything. You got 1.
Holly, do you remember why what you
So
did?
I don't really care about being here. I just want to know if I did anything with an obsidian dagger, or if anything of that nature.
Okay.
Why I may have been smuggled out. That's better. That's a 16.
Who had the 12? You had the 12. So you, yes, you know you've been here before, but you were here with the group. You remember being underground in what looks to be like a fight club or of something of that nature. You also do remember Holly being there as well. So, Holly, you remember being in the fight clubs as well, gambling.
Checks out. Not the worst thing I could have done.
You know that there was a fight that was going on that you put Kaz into.
Oh, was I fixing fights?
You knew that you could make some extra coin by doing this, as the party was not on the outs with money, but you know it never hurts to have a little spare change to flaunt around, especially in a city. You know, greasing some palms can get you a long way. At least that was your thought process. You had already won 3 fights. The grand prize for this fight upcoming that you were talking Kaz into, you hadn't put him in any of the other fights. You had just been able to look at the opponents and see which one was going to win just by observing them. And you were able to make your bets. This time you put Kaz in. When you did, the person that you bet against was not too happy that he lost.
Damn right he lost.
Do I remember who I bet against?
You don't remember when you try to think about who it was that you lost to. All you get is a person in what looks to be like a booth on the side of the arena. You can see the outline of the individual. You can see like his hands and his legs kind of in the light, but as you kind of go up, pan up to the face, it's just black. You can't remember exactly. Either he just wasn't that memorable, or he was just somebody that you were like, I want to forget.
So apparently I did a thing.
Okay.
I don't remember who I did it to, though.
What would you do? I was in the bathroom.
I may or may not have some money that he may think is his.
That disguise kit?
Didn't steal it, though.
Got it. Just won it?
There may or may not be an underground fight ring in this town.
That's what I'm talking about.
And Pele's just gonna like elbow Kaz? And be
That's
like,
how I got the money.
I remember the fight ring, but that's
I
all
was doing
remember.
maybe some not so great things gambling on him fighting.
sounds great.
How much money are we talking about?
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't even remember who I bet against. You know, since then I kind of died.
That's the only part I believe so far.
Well, Kaz's fight ring sounds really cool.
I know. I'm definitely up for finding this fight ring again.
If you want to go down there, that's probably not the best idea for me.
I can disguise you.
Yeah, they're gonna remember him.
I am very memorable.
Yeah. Did you do anything wrong?
I don't think so. I just fought. That's all I remember.
They're gonna remember him
Mm-hmm.
and figure out that I'm here somewhere. I'd rather not have to sneak out again. I mean,
We could have just said you died. Because you did. We wouldn't be lying.
that is true.
And
All debts do get cleared out. If
you have a Gary's disguise kit, and I can help with your disguise.
Maybe we find out how much money it was. We have kind of a lot of money now. I mean, maybe we're talking copper or silver or something. Payback.
I'm not gonna pay back money that I won fair and square just because he's salty that he lost.
We should beat him again if we run into him.
If he's just salty that we lost, I don't know
So-
what's the problem with any of us.
Just clarifying, do I remember that I bet on Kaz to win and Kaz won? Or did I do some other betting involved in this?
You don't know.
Well, I wouldn't have been cool with throwing a fight.
And then he obviously doesn't throw a fight. So it sounds like it was fair and square, and it sounds like some dude's
Yeah, I
just
don't think it's
salty.
anything we need to worry about.
I could definitely see Holly giving advice though if it's somebody he watched fight before.
Yeah. There's still some details that are hazy here, so.
Got time.
It's all like, oh, my bad, damn it.
It's like under my nails and.
As you guys are talking, it takes about 5-10 minutes to get to the area where the guards had told you where the inn was. As the carriage comes to a halt, Espador kind of leans back in. I think we're here. They did say it didn't look that great on the outside, right?
Yeah, kind of like your horses don't look great on the outside, but they work great.
Are you sure you're not from the south? Your
I am from
backhanded
the
compliments are just to die for.
Bless your heart.
I'm gonna get out of the carriage.
All right.
I'll end up.
So as you guys get out of the carriage, what you see before you is a very meek-looking entrance. It looks almost like a home. It's wooden. It has some Thaco painting, or not Thaco, but Thatchco style masonry on the outside, up on the top floor. It goes all the way around. It has a very big porch area for this, where the second floor comes out from where the entrance is. You can see that there is a lot of light. You can even hear music playing. It does sound very lively. But not so lively that it's like, oh, a bunch of drunken dwarves are hanging from the chandelier. But it is lively enough that they do have, sounds like good music. As you guys kind of get closer, you can actually smell what seems to be like a roast or a stew kind of hit your nose as you get closer. Off to the left-hand side, you can see that there is stables. With a lot of hay. There isn't any real animals inside there, just one horse.
You're gonna say fake animals.
That's in there. And as for the carriage, you could probably put it up on the side of the building, but it would be a pretty tight little fit, though.
Can we just like parallel park it?
Unfortunately, no, because of the way where you guys are. You guys are technically on the map.
I was imagining like here.
So do we need to
no, you
leave
guys
it, park
are
it elsewhere?
right here.
Okay, over here.
Mm-hmm. Close to where the ghost past is.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Spooky.
Do we need somebody to stay with the carriage?
No, you don't have to. They have a stable there. You could unhook the horses, put the horses in the stable, and then park the carriage on the side, like unhook it.
Okay, yeah, let's do that.
So here's my question though. Given the things that we do have,
It's Espador's carriage. I don't.
should we?
Espador, can you make it where nobody can go in the carriage?
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Secure.
Yeah, I can make it so no one can come in except for who I deem is allowed to.
You're the man at this is the best. I don't know if anyone's. Well, you're the demon.
Right now, it's the man.
Right.
Speaking of demon, I take off my flashlight and give it to Holly. You carry this one anymore.
Yeah, you can say you never know.
Okay, cool. So let's do that and then go into the tavern. See how many rooms they got. Dev, Esha, I don't know if you guys want to share a room. Yeah.
Slumber party.
Slumber party.
Our heels and talking about boys.
Whoa, now.
Or girls.
Fake nails.
Alright, everyone, who do you have crushes on?
As you kind of hear a little muffled coming from Sway, just saying,
I don't know.
"Hey, can I braid
Such a
hair?"
good idea.
Oh, no, it's on me now.
Oh, you
Give
got
it
it.
to me.
I give Holly the flashlight.
He's like, "Can I braid hair?" As it kind of muffles through.
Such a creep.
Don't be creepy.
Aww.
I can imagine who he was in a previous life.
He was
So-
like, you ever seen Basketball? He's like their friend from Basketball that they pick on.
So as you guys walk into this tavern, music blaring, but not too loud to where it kind of hurts, but loud enough to like kind of give you a little pep when you walk in. It has two beautiful pillars that go all the way up. Have what look to be like silk kind of wrapped around the pillars, almost floating in a way down them. Behind it, you see the arches kind of go back, almost making the old style.
Like Greek pillars?
Yeah, like Greek. They're almost like Greek pillars. But you have two arches, which leads to another set of pillars, and then an archway that goes this way before you actually go into the tavern. On one of the arches and pillars, off to the left-hand side, there is a hooded individual standing there smoking a pipe. As you guys enter, you can see the bar. The bar isn't like a normal bar where it's just a bar across. This one is actually like a semicircle that kind of encompasses the back part of the tavern. Right above the tavern, you can see this massive skull with two huge horns that come out to the side, almost like a bull. But the skull itself is way too big to be a bull. And then right underneath it comes another two sets of horns, like right around where the temples are on this thing that kind of loop around. You can see that there's a couple people behind the bar. One of them's cleaning the glass, a short woman. And then two other individuals kind of running back and forth. One of them going out of the bar area and going to tables. You can see that they're right in front where you're actually walking into the bar or to the tavern area. Before you get to the bar is just open space. There is no tables. Almost looks like possibly maybe a dance floor. As the floors, as you look down, they're stone cobbled a little bit. A little wet, as the outside is still kind of muddy, but you can't really see the mud because of the stone texture that is down there. And then off to the side goes all the way back for another 20 or 30 feet, and tables all along that wall area. At the very end of there, you can see what looks to be like a staircase that goes up and kind of loops around the back of the bar. You can actually see the stairs, and you can see people either hanging out on the stairs or some of them walking up and down as it goes up to the second floor.
Is there a lot of people in there?
I'd probably say probably about 10, 12 if you count the people that are hanging out on the stairs.
Okay. Is there the music? Is people performing?
Yeah. So there is what looks to be as you do get past or right to the pillar where the gentleman is standing smoking his pipe. You can see that there is a small little stage. It looks like there are there's an elf who's playing a stringed instrument. There's a halfling who's playing a flute, and then another individual who has some weird facial stuff on his face. You can't really see what it is. You don't know if it's like mud or paint or something to that effect on his face. And he's kind of just like dancing around and singing.
Okay. And are there people dancing, or are they just?
No, pretty much everyone's either at the bar standing there ordering, or at the tables, or walking. No one's really dancing or
And
really paying attention to the band.
And it looks like there's not anybody to indicate to talk to you about rooms or anything, just straight to the bar.
It does. As you guys are starting to walk past the gentleman who's smoking his pipe. I'm sorry. Can I help you?
Yeah, we're actually looking to see if we can get some rooms for the night.
Oh. Well, you want to talk to the barkeep? She'll get you guys set up. I am Devantis. I am the enforcer, if you will, of the establishment. I do hope if you are staying the night that you abide by some strict rules. There is no fighting at our establishment. We try to keep a very clean establishment in that fashion. Gambling is a no-no. We do not tolerate it, as it normally leads to fighting.
No gambling? No fighting?
Smoking's cool though, right?
Smoking is totally fine.
Nice.
We do actually have a hookah set up in the corner. You're more than welcome to partake if you have your own. If not, you can order at the bar. Hookah? Yes.
What is this?
It's like a water base, and it's like a fruity tobacco, and
Yes.
they put coals on it.
Kind of like that.
I don't normally use it myself, as I have the old pipe.
Allison, what are those?
Pull out a
Yes.
cigar and just light one up too.
Very nice.
We used to, back home, we would use them. It's very fruity.
Try this.
It's not bad. I mean, I wasn't really bad.
Drinking, I hope you enjoy and drink responsibly. As again, there is no fighting. I don't have to stress enough. I enjoy my job, but I don't enjoy hurting others. So,
Had enough fighting for today. If you need help with anything, let us know. Cause
excellent.
what was your name again?
Ventus? Ventus?
Devantis.
And then the lady that we speak with at the bar is
Savannah's?
Sylvanas?
Yes.
You guys related? Twins?
She's my betrothed.
Oh! You guys' names are so close.
That's why we thought it would be a pretty good fit.
That's adorable. So you guys own the tavern together?
Well, she owns it. I'm not allowed to actually own property. As he takes down the hood, and you see dark skin, pointy ears.
It goes over Bailey's head.
I'm just gonna walk away at this point.
That's
Dwarves and Drow don't get along.
That was a dumb
By any stretch of the imagination. And I'm just gonna head to the bar.
Bailey's
Yeah,
gonna
cover.
kind of like point at herself and go,
Look at this.
no idea what he means.
Look at this.
Now, when you find out,
Look at this.
you'll know.
I did.
Well, I think you're a good guy, and I'm just gonna go inside.
Excellent.
I'm gonna saunter over to the band.
Hey!
You had a tip jar or like a hat or something out.
Yeah, there's a little box.
I'll just toss 3 gold in there.
Oh, 3 gold.
Mhm.
The gentleman sits there and sees your gold, and he kind of flurries as he sits there, and he jumps off the stage and kind of starts dancing around you to honor your patronage.
I was not expecting this.
That's like
Good job. Way to
3
make
weeks,
a scene.
3 weeks salary there. That's a,
Over there, over tipping.
First impressions, right?
Is there-
I'm gonna be the last one to go in.
Okay.
As I was kind of trying not to stare, but
Let's stare.
kind of obviously staring. And I'm going to hold fast to my scimitar, which is
Make a Constitution check.
okay. Yeah.
Not good.
No, it's not good.
Did we split up any of those like copper or silver pieces yet?
We each have whatever, and then whatever's on the party treasure is that's I haven't split that up at all.
And that one, yeah.
Yeah.
No, this is not good. No. No.
Like right now I have
no.
like 431 gold.
As you feel the burning sensation that comes off of your blade, it echoes all the feelings. You don't see that the color of skin is different.
No.
You just see pointy ears at this point. All you hear is death. They all must die.
I am going to. So only I can do that. I'm gonna go ahead and grumble and turn the opposite way and walk and say something in Druidic along the lines of I need to take a walk. And I'm post haste going the opposite direction for quite a few steps until the dark elf is out of line of sight.
So I was walking in first. Did anyone notice her walk away?
High or low?
I'm still watching the little dude dance around me.
Yeah, you came in right behind me.
I was gonna go to the bar with Holly.
Yeah, I saw a drow and I was out.
Oh, what?
You're able to turn around and walk away as the scimitar kind of releases its anger as you start to walk away, and you're able to leave the bar.
Once we're out of line of sight and out of earshot, I'm gonna grumble in Druidic. I'm just gonna be like, what was that, Irenaceous? And then I'm gonna switch to common and go, no. What was that?
What was what?
What was what you just did? Nobody else heard that, right?
No. Only you could hear.
It just it felt different.
It was just an amplification of your will and mine.
Hey, so
Why didn't you strike that pointy ear down?
I'm trying not to get noticed right now. Also, I am with a party, but keeping a low profile has been key for a while. There's a time and a place.
Make a persuasion check.
I'm gonna use bigger dice because that one was really sad.
Okay.
You got it too.
It's a little bit better. No, it's really not.
What's your total?
Okay, persuasion. 1.
It's a negative?
It's a negative 1.
As you're trying to explain this to your sword,
I don't really believe that.
yeah, he senses that. Fine. Then we wait.
For now. What else can you do? Because that was very interesting.
Oh, there's a lot I can do.
Like what?
So, you can call me by my name. You can light a fire.
Light a fire? Like the blade?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And it will deal 1d6 extra fire damage.
Bitchin'.
Is there anything else you can do? That's kind of cool.
I can. One other object, or one other thing. But I can only do it once. That's if you invoke me.
Okay.
I can cause within a 30 foot. Yeah. 30 feet radius. I can cause everyone in that 30-foot radius. I want to say miles so bad.
I'll take it. I will take it.
To be charmed by you.
Ooh.
They have to make a charisma save. Charisma save is going to be 15. If they fail, they become enraged at whatever you're enraged at, and will attack it immediately.
Oh no.
If they fail, they become enraged?
No, if they fail to pass the save.
Yeah.
If
they fail to save, they become enraged?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
And they attack what you perceive to be the threat or what you feel needs to die. You can only do that once.
Only once.
Mm-hmm.
Only one time.
One time per day.
Per day.
Per day.
I was like, once?
Yeah.
Once forever.
So, and then
Right.
the flaming part, you can only do that as many times as your proficiency modifier.
Okay. Well, that is really good to know. So, I think I'm going to go find a back entrance or a side entrance or a bathroom window to climb in.
Always the cart.
Would someone help me with notes this week? I've had a really bad week. And I'm kind of like mentally drained, and if someone could help like with like the rest of the notes this week. I've written down what I can, but yeah, we have the recording too.
We can
but-
split it up if you want to do like Adam and I did. If you want to write half, I could write half.
Okay, yeah, I'll do that. I'll just have up to now.
Okay.
Yeah, my actual notes are terrible.
I'll write down the
Yeah.
time on the recording
that
there.
would be awesome because I'm like.
Yeah, it is 6:52. So if you want to write that down, I don't know if that helps with the
Yeah.
time.
Sorry, but thank
It
you.
looks like an hour and. 30
Yeah, I got that. That's what I wrote down. Yeah, it's an hour and 27 minutes right now.
Cool.
Mhm.
Sweet.
Alright, continue.
Perfect. All right. I'm gonna give you guys a second to talk and think. I'm gonna let her out, and then I guess.
Do you guys mind if we split up the copper and silver that's in the party treasure?
You can take whatever you want. Yeah, that's fine.
Because if we split it, everybody gets 367 copper. And 416 silver.
How much copper?
367.
My brother will spend literally like hours talking to me about D&D, and this whole time we've been sitting here, I keep getting like video messages from him, and I'm like,
416.
416 silver. And then we can leave the gold in there, or we can split that up too.
what's the gold just totaled at? 856? That's what I had down.
Oh,
Electrum
maybe I'm
the
looking at
highest
an outdated
point
version of the document.
Hold on.
It shouldn't be. It should be up to date. How much gold is there?
608.
Electrum? No, Electrum.
I think that's right. Because I think you had.
Platinum.
I had
Did you add
extra.
everything up? Yeah, because you had your gold.
Electrum.
Okay,
So your gold is in that total.
got it, okay.
So
And then,
because-
do we have just, did we split up the platinum?
Probably just leave the platinum in
That's fine.
the party loot or something.
Okay.
And how much gold did we each get?
101 with this,
So is that
two gold left over. So you just leave 2 gold in the
That's fine.
party loot.
So did we never split up any of the gold we've accrued? Or
No,
have
we did.
split
We did it one time
Okay.
before.
Yeah.
Like way back.
Because I had, for some reason, I had 200 gold.
You should have like 532 gold right now. Not counting. No, sorry. You should have after what we split up, you should have 522 plus whatever you got when you started with your character.
Okay. I'm in the ballpark. That's what I was. You said we just got each 100 and something more gold.
If we're splitting up.
That's
the
with the 100.
Yeah.
What I just told you.
102. What was it?
101.
101. So we'll still have 2 gold and 1 platinum in the party.
Okay. I'll start splitting it up once we get to like a decent amount. I'll start splitting it up more often so it doesn't get too confusing.
Did you say we're?
That's why that was confusing. Okay. Yeah.
And I just no,
I
I'm
think
starting
so
to
too.
get
We have a wiki.
relatively low on gold.
Because I just
We
put
do
the
have a
silver and the
wiki.
copper in.
He made us a wiki.
Automatically converts it all to gold at the top.
Nice.
So I was sitting here and I was like, that's a little high. And then I was like, oh wait, no, with the silver and the that makes
Yeah.
more sense.
Because I was getting down to like the low 200s of gold because I keep using it to make stuff, which is fine.
I haven't used any for anything.
I made a pen that cost me 100 gold and I gave it to for gold.
So worth it though. It was the most gorgeous,
I just have pen. I
amazing
didn't spend
pen.
any money.
I don't know what's in my hair.
Unless competition does not provide.
I fell asleep. I took a nap, but I might have drooled.
One time when I was younger, I fell asleep with gum in my mouth and got gum all
Oh
over my hair.
no! Oh, it could be my cough drop earlier.
That's where it went.
You just walk around with a cough drop hanging in your ear.
Alright.
Oh.
Are you
What happened
sure?
to the TV?
Oh, sorry.
I may have
Oh,
disconnected.
we hiding something so we.
Yeah, maybe.
It is the screen saver came on. I thought I turned it off, but I think that was on my bigger laptop. I turned it off. Boom.
The cord is still intact.
So, what do you guys like to do?
So I'm heading to the bar.
I'm going to.
Yep, same.
Yep. Okay, all of us
I'm gonna
except
turn
for
back
except for Esha, and then once at the bar.
Okay.
And I think
Where's that
Swage
at?
is being accosted by the dancer.
Follow me around.
I'm gonna power walk back and just quickly mumble a greeting to the doorman, who I can't see any other way as, you know, 20 elf here, or 20-eared elf. Wow, I must be tired. And-
20-year elf.
Yes. And just kind of
Excuse me, Chris.
shuffle in.
May I read the Theory of Dragon's Spell?
I'll see you walk in, kind of like
Flustered.
yeah,
Yes, visibly flustered.
and just like with my hand over my mouth, just say, "Everything okay?" and message it to you.
I think we need a private space to talk if we're going to talk about that.
I'll just
Or another space.
So,
I'll nod to you.
as you guys start to approach the bar, you can see the unknown sees you all approaching. Well, hello, dearies. How are ye?
Hi!
Hello. We just came from the road coming down north.
Catbirth
Oh.
says hi.
Who?
Catbirth.
Casper.
Capper.
Cappers!
Cappers. Ah, yes. A great gentleman. A little slow sometimes, but still very good tipper.
Fantastic tooth.
Yes, he does have a certain thing about him, yes.
We were looking to see if we can get a. Do you guys want to share a room, or do you want separate rooms?
Depends. Do you have any big beds? Big bed.
We have standard rooms. I don't... Do you want to share a room? Like a bed with someone?
I just want a bed for me. Big size bed.
Do you got a room with 2 beds that we can move together for him?
Yeah.
Okay. So you can have your own room.
Okay.
How much does a room go for a night?
Oh, for here? So it ranges. If multiple people are going to be sleeping in the room, we do have, you know, the bunk style, which those are 15 copper. The room that you are requesting, my good sir, would probably be 2 silver.
I'll take
I'll take
And
it.
then for our more lavish style ones, one gold. Give me 1 second. Hello?
And I will say this: those were solid steel pellets that were in that thing.
Yeah, this is a number breaker.
I think would launch these little pellets out with some serious velocity. Definitely a product of its time.
It's like lawn darts.
Yeah.
Classics.
Most dangerous game.
So for the more luxurious room, which I only have a few of those, and one of them's being used, is 1 gold.
We'll take it.
Which
Yes.
one has a bathtub? Any?
Do you have
None?
We have an outdoor bath.
Okay.
That works. So we'll take the lavish room.
Yeah,
The three of us.
Yeah, come
Okay.
on.
Yeah.
The 2 silver room for me, please.
Okay.
I'll take a 2 silver.
Oh, if we're all getting separate rooms, I'll take the cheapest.
All right. She sits there and she goes behind that counter. She actually hops down. You can't really see her as she goes behind there and fiddles around, comes back up, and she has your keys up there. Of course, the gold room, gold keys, silver keys are for the silver room, and then the copper rooms. As she hands them out, takes your money, and well, is there anything else I can get you?
A drink.
Well, I mean, this is a bar, so I kind of figured. What would you like to drink?
Whatever the strongest drink you have is. And the biggest.
Strongest.
Or
We're gonna
this
start
entire
with
barrel.
a round of dwarven stout. I owe the party each a round. 1 round.
Nice. Drinking this out.
Now, would you prefer dwarven stout, or do you just want the plain stout?
Dwarven. They've never partaken.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I mean, I have dwarven stout, but I also have dragon's dwarven stout.
Is it like
What is
tea?
this?
Is that like your seasonal flavor?
Can we go on flight? You have a
I
flight?
don't know what seasonal flavor
Is
is.
it artisanal?
No, so the dragon's one is kissed by a dragon.
Yep, I'll do that one.
Yeah, we'll do that one.
Alright.
Can I put my stuff down first?
Yeah, well,
First
You
round's
might
on
want to,
me.
dearie.
That's probably
Yes,
a
you
good
might
idea.
want to.
Yeah,
yeah.
I want a bath first, actually. You said it was outside.
Yes. So if you go out towards the area, right around where the ruffians are smoking, and you go a little bit further back, there's an outdoor bath area. There is towels, as well as a spot to put your clothes. For a small, modest fee of only 2 silvers, we will wash your clothes for you as well.
How long does that take?
It can take anywhere from 20 to 30 minutes to a couple of hours, depending on how grimy your clothes are.
They're nasty, but what do I wear in the meantime?
There's a robe.
Oh, I like this. But I have to go past the ruffians smoking outside?
No, they're not. They're right there in the corner with that hookah.
Okay. How much was the fee for washing the clothes?
2 silver.
Okay. And 2 silver a night for the room?
Mhm.
Okay, here's another gold. I'm not gonna do the math, but just take this gold.
And she sits there and she takes the gold. I do appreciate you.
There'll be more.
I do hope so. As she puts the coin in her pocket, as she sits there and turns to the rest of you. Well, all right. Let me get your drinks. She hops back down. As you sit there and you see Kaz, you see this jar. It's not really a jar. It's more like
dirt.
Tractor.
The cask.
no. It's kind of
55
like,
gallon drum.
yeah. It's like that, but it's like a vase-looking like bottle that kind of comes out.
Like a giant graph. Giraffe.
There's yards.
Graph. It has a
Giraffe.
graph. It has a graph on it.
Look at this
Crap.
graph.
As this
I hate Nickelback.
comes out, you notice nobody is touching it, as it is floating and lands in the corner. As she sits there and she pulls out a what looks to be like a hose, and pours it into what you could only assume is a big ass tankard. It looks like what she did was she took a keg, one of the small little Joey sized kegs, and had a handle attached to it and popped open the top, and she fills this thing up almost to the brim. The froth that is coming off of it, you can smell from where you're sitting. It's almost got like this cinnamon smell as it comes off, but also a very bourbony looking like coloring to it as she finishes off, and she hands you the first glass. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna have to go get another one. That was a lot more than I was expecting.
That's okay. Take your time. We're gonna run upstairs to our room really fast.
All right. Well, I'll have your drinks down here waiting.
I'm gonna start drinking. I'm not gonna wait.
We'll be right back.
Can't even wait for the rest of us. This is why you had the cheap room. I'm gonna go up and put all my stuff down.
Okay.
I'm gonna keep my one magic dagger on my hip, though.
As the three of us go into our room, I'm gonna shut the door and just say, "Everything okay, Asha?"
Yeah. I'm setting my smuggle beast down and I'm going back downstairs.
The doorman
Okay.
is an elf. And my scimitar knows certain things about that.
You
As do I.
If I remember kind of vaguely, you have something against elves?
More like... I guess this is going to be a bit of a story. So... I was created. I wasn't born. Not like you.
Okay. You were like...
Elves had created me.
Created like in
chamber.
a jar, chamber.
To be something that shouldn't have existed. It was a tool for war.
Oh.
Before this life.
So, how long have you been alive?
87 years.
Oh, you don't look
Human
that old.
years. I know. I don't feel that old. I think I age a bit different.
So the elves created you to... and then they used you for...
Tortured me
They tortured you.
at the very end.
Where was this?
Elmadore was a kingdom to the southeast.
Did you kill
An
him?
island kingdom. I didn't even get the chance.
How'd you
That victory was taken from me.
Someone else killed him. Now, can I roll a history on if I know anything for Eldoric? Ooh, that's a
Do you know?
20.
Yes.
That's a 23.
You know that is actually the island where most of the elves live. There were other factions of elves living elsewhere in the world of Kosmos, but for the most part, that is actually the most concentrated area where elves have been known to live.
Okay.
During the Eberron Wars, the elves needed to figure out a way to combat the incursion of these mechanical creatures, and their version was similar in some aspects.
Okay. So, they used you, abused you, were going to throw you out, basically, in the end, and they were killed off. How were they killed off?
So it wasn't all of them, but the general, the figurehead. There was a wizard who must have heard something. Came out of nowhere, or so I thought at the time, and did take the general's life. But now I'm being blamed as the one who did it.
So you're in hiding in a way.
Which is why, when my scimitar began to emanate a certain hatred that we shared, I had to kind of walk the other way.
Sounds familiar.
Game of Thrones.
Thanks.
It brings up a lot of interesting things.
Music just fits
Are
so
the-
perfectly.
Some of the ones that tortured you still out there?
Yes.
Well, point them out. We'll help you take them down.
There's still no in the doorway.
They're still there?
We don't kill good people.
Hurt a friend. That's different. I mean, and you know, they don't have to die. But they could be locked up just like you
Guy
were.
destroys a town.
That is an option.
But if it could be troublesome going into a town and running into elves. So I don't know if you're, and I'll like gesture to the sword, if you know he needs to stay in timeout while you're in the town.
What's the timeout?
You know, it's like something where you, well, I guess you wouldn't know. Like parents put their kids like nose to the corner, and their nose has to touch each corner of the wall, and they have to stay there for X amount of time.
That's lost on me. Why?
As like a, you know, shame on you.
Turn it down.
Aaron, do you feel shame?
Shame.
Probably doesn't feel shame, right?
Shame for what?
Yeah, we don't get it.
I mean,
Timeout? I'll put you in timeout! As you,
and I can't hear anything.
You can't
right?
hear anything.
But
But
I'm
you
laughing.
do see the blade kind of like wiggle without her touching it.
Is
I think there's other ways that we can navigate this. I'll put mine
Death is all pointy
If-
ears.
if you need a moment, just let us know.
Mhm.
But we definitely want to avoid causing any kind of trouble.
I agree.
And the
Trouble?
guy,
Trouble? They've been nothing but trouble!
I'm gonna whisper something in Druidic and then continue on listening. He is very vocal.
we all have our vices.
How did she understand the Druidic?
Oh, I didn't. She was speaking to Common, but I think we definitely need a drink.
I agree.
We can head back downstairs.
I'm going to
You leave me in here, I swear to God!
And I'll like, kind of like, as I'm heading out. Remember, you're the boss of that sword.
You wouldn't dare.
Go into the hallway.
I think. Can you behave?
I behave all the time.
Can you?
What up?
Somebody printing something?
You getting the facts?
It's just a sword, man.
Sword. Sword's like, you will
Did that with my mind! I did.
Oh my goodness.
That's funny. I get faxes all
I got
the time
ESPN.
at work. ESPN.
The ocean.
Oh my god, dude, last game when I introduced the mimic to my nephews.
Oh yeah.
So I sit there and I had this mimic chest that they touched, and they're playing this like, it's like medieval, or not medieval, but Greek Roman style, like Theranos adventure, and they finished killing everything in the cavern, and they rescued the people, and they, you know, all their quest was to go into this cavern and find the treasure. That was all their quest, but they did a couple of other things. And when they got to the chest, they went to go open it, and they were all like, "Oh, it could be a mimic, it could be this, it could be," you know, they're like kids, just like throwing random stuff out. And so one of the kids is like, "Well, I gotta go over and I'm just gonna open it up." And the other kid's like, "No, don't do that." And so he did it anyways. And when he did, the thing transformed into this really cute.
Well, are you able to, maybe level that clatters or emanation, and keep it from drawing in? For the time being.
Very
For
well.
safety valve.
Also, is there such a thing as a sunforge blade? A sunforge blade, like a blade made of just pure hot metal and it stays hot as it is forged. Like cannot be.
Are there drinks still on the bar?
Yes.
Yes.
I want to sit.
How long have they all been gone?
Yeah.
They've only been gone probably a couple minutes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna sit at the bar and put my paws next to my little drink and put my face in it and drink it.
Oh boy.
I'm gonna
And I have the
foam.
foam on my face.
I'm gonna come up
Look like Santa Claus.
a little bit after behind
Santa
Dove
Claus.
Yeah.
and sit right next to Dove and just.
Cheers.
I'm just like bust up laughing seeing that.
I imagine Dove is just like, what? What? Do I have something on my face?
I'm gonna like.
Cheerfully giving people the middle finger.
Yes, yeah.
Like, it's like a sign language situation, like hand signs kind of thing.
Pause myself, right?
Yes, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. It's like a derogatory term.
I start laughing after I paid it.
And I'm like mortified.
Like Drax getting Mantis to pet Rocket.
Feels oddly sensational. I don't like it.
Yeah, keep that if like you're angry at someone, definitely do it. Like if somebody upset you or offended you, tell them off in that way.
All right.
It'll be super satisfying.
Not how you say hello to people.
No.
Okay.
The Hawaiian hello.
It's a spicy hello.
Spicy hello.
And I'll take a drink of my drink.
Okay.
I immediately, once I paid, I already went out to the bath.
All right.
House, like,
You get out to the bath. It is a very nice looking bath. The water is very clean. It has what looks to be like leaves floating in it. The incense that is being burned around it is very comforting. Almost kind of reminds you of a temple in a sense. As you go in, there's a couple of other people that are in there. They're not really saying a whole lot. One of them sitting on a bench outside, towel over, just kind of just sitting there, letting the moonlight kind of just soak onto him. Another individual is actually in the bath, kind of just soaking.
Snoring. The snoring.
It's the ambient snore.
But other than that, yeah, it's a really nice little area. You see the cubbies for putting your clothes and hanging your equipment. They're individual, so it's not like you're putting it with everybody else's stuff. So it's pretty distinct.
Okay. Yeah, so I take off all my filthy, disgusting, vomit-covered clothes and put them wherever I think they need to go for to be cleaned, and take probably the first bath that assuages life. I don't think baths are really a thing in the astral plane, like
Dirt bath.
getting
maybe.
dirty.
Dirt
is it really a thing there?
Yeah, maybe a dirt bath.
Chinchilla.
Yeah.
I would say it's going to take you probably about 30, 45 minutes till you feel like you're okay. I can get out now. Type of feeling.
Just enough time to finish that cigar probably while I'm sitting in the bath.
Right. When you get done, go ahead and roll me a d12.
I think I put those away because I never use them.
I don't even have them out because I never use them.
Oh no.
Yes.
You got 11 extra hit points that'll last until the end of tomorrow evening.
Oh,
Dang.
Just from bathing?
Let's all take baths.
Magic bath.
Herbal bath.
Magic bath.
11 temporary hit points until tomorrow evening.
Mm-hmm.
Tomorrow night.
Alright, so I guess I will get out of the bath and dry off and find the robe and bring all of my stuff back. I'm gonna wear the robe back into the bar with my heavy backpack. It looks like I'm boss.
Little shower.
With a little stub of the cigar, come in and flick it out and try to get myself a drink.
Okay.
There's still one waiting for you.
Perfect.
I didn't drink it.
How's it taste? I smell cinnamon. You drink something?
Great.
Okay. How you
I'm
feel?
just still foam.
So it's been about 45 minutes since Swage was in the bath. I need everyone who is drinking to go ahead and make Constitution checks.
Yeah, I'm like, how do you feel from that drink? Damage myself with bean juice again.
I'm gonna go ahead and find
I have a
out.
high con, but I got a 9.
So I'm gonna come out of the room and go downstairs to the bar and sit down a little bit late. What I miss?
I got an 18.
Would
Yeah.
this qualify
Poison
as advantage as a poison?
No.
Oh,
You know alcohol is not that way.
technically a poison.
Listen here, dwarf.
Why dwarves can drink so much?
I got a 9.
Oh boy.
I got a not natural 20.
Hmm.
I'm gonna take my first sip of the dwarven stout.
All right. So, what'd you
18.
have?
18.
18. You drink it. It does have a nice little heart kick to it, but you are like, nah, I've had worse. Especially growing up in the mountains with giants, you feel that this is it's a good ale, but not something that you would boast about back home. Pele, you finished your glass. As you started to pour the second one, you see Esha kind of come up, and you stand up, and when you do, that's when it hits you, and you're like, oh, that's a floor.
The floor hits me.
What'd you get? Oh, you hadn't even started drinking. We'll get to you in a second. Dove, when you sit there and start, finish drinking your bowl, you sit there and kind of look up and see that Kaz is kind of not affected, and you're like, yeah, this isn't that bad. I don't know why everyone was like so. Oh, when you see Pele kind of wobble a little bit as she stands up, and you see Holly, who sits there, and he's just like, this is the greatest stuff in the world! As he plants head first, mug still up in the air, like so.
I tried to
Save the beer.
Is it empty?
Can I try and put my paws between his face and the bar so he doesn't smash his nose
Go
on the
ahead and make a
wood?
dexterity check.
Yeah, I was
Is
standing
there-
there asking how their drinks were, and I'd like to help if I can. Advantage.
16.
16. Yeah, you're able.
Okay.
You're able to like put your hand right there up on his
I'm
forehead
just gonna
before he
kind of
hits.
Put him
Catch him
back
by the
up.
scroll.
Yeah.
Is his mug empty?
May I read the Dungeon Master's Guide so I can get like how to use the dice more?
Then you want to read the player's handbook.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, my dad has this one at home.
Was that from the Dragon Ale, or what do you call it?
The dwarven dragon ale.
Dwarven Dragon's Ale.
I would like to wipe the foam off my mouth and hop off the bar stool and go find Esifador and ask him to come dance.
Okay.
I need to catch up, and I'm gonna try to down the whole thing.
Okay.
I'm
When you finish your glass, you're gonna need to make a con.
Okay.
I'm gonna finish my drink, which I assume I already have, and I'm gonna get up to go to the bath. But I wanna look to see if his mug is empty while I'm walking past.
Did you do it too? Yes!
As Swage sits there and he's just like, ooh, that looks like some good stuff. He sits there and grabs his mug and he chugs it as you stand up to start to walk to the restroom. As you get up and start to walk, you see him finish chugging it and he slams it on the ground. Yep, that's some good As he goes down.
Probably backwards because the backpack's super heavy.
I'm still up, right? I'm
Yeah.
not. Yeah.
Yeah, you're kind of
just
just
a
like
little,
holding
just-
yourself,
yeah.
like.
I'm gonna go up to Kaz and go. I really gotta go talk to somebody.
Who?
You can't know, but I'll be back.
Okay.
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 Okay. And I'll like point at Holly and Swage and say,
To do with like the
"What a bunch of losers."
I'm sure
Can't even
Sway's
hold
is
their
probably revealing
liquor,
way
and
too
then I'll
much.
walk away.
On my way out, can I like
legs are like
pull the robe back over and pat Swage on the head?
It wouldn't be a good D&D story if there wasn't a little bit of debauchery.
I'm gonna try and head out a back door.
As you pass by, you do see there is some ale left in Polly's mug.
I'm gonna pry it out of his hand and I'll finish that off.
You have to move the whole dwarf.
Oh, yeah, I'll pick him up. I'll pick him up and then just like.
As you do this, freaking, you just hear in the back of the room. As he's drinking. Oh.
I'm gonna go ahead and try to sip it faster, but I find it bitter.
Yes, it is very bitter.
It's not at all like tea.
And I'd like to head out to the back too, where wherever Swage went to go to the bath.
Okay. As you finish drinking the leftover dwarven,
Dwarf.
the dwarven, yeah.
Drinking the dwarf.
He's like, now I know why they call it dwarf.
It's the only way to drink a dwarven style. With a dwarf.
That's what I call a chalice. As you finish it, you're not stumbling, but you do feel the effects. It is a little bit more potent now that it's been sitting in your system, but you're fine. You're able to walk back to where the bath area is. As you go back there, you see just one individual who is in the bathtub area, kind of just slowly bathing.
Okay, I'm gonna take off what little bit of stuff Kaz wears, and I'm gonna take that and Jorge and dunk them both in the water first, and clean those
Jorge's
off.
like,
And then once they're kind of clean, I'll get in and clean myself.
Jorge gets on the side and you go out the back. Who are you gonna go and try and find?
No one.
That makes sense. But Paley thinks it's a great idea.
As you left, you find Espador. He actually came inside a while ago. As he was sitting at one of the tables, and you ask him to dance.
I arm out. Would you like to dance?
He most certainly obliges as he gets up and starts dancing with you in the front area by the door. Pele, as you walk out the back, you find that there is a little bit of a narrow area behind everything as it kind of goes into a courtyard. And then inside that courtyard, it kind of narrows back out and goes into what looks to be the main street. It's kind of not really all buildings that are blocking. It just looks like it's been a wall that's kind of erected. You can see the bath from the side as you kind of walk by. You can't actually see into it, but you can see that there's steam kind of rising from the bath area as you continue to walk down the alley into that opened area, courtyard. As you get back there, you do see that there is two individuals back there. One who is kind of like hunched over, the other, and when I say hunched over, it's kind of like they're like he's leaning up against the wall like this to the individual, and the other individual is kind of just standing there, kind of shaking his head a little bit as you start to approach.
Can I hear anything?
Go ahead and make your perception. You are intoxicated, so that's disadvantage.
That is a 7.
7. You don't really get to hear a whole lot. It is kind of muffled. As you're kind of getting that like heartbeat drum in your ear, where it's just like, and every time it hits is kind of like when you're like, I can kind of make out something, and it kind of gets drowned out by that sound.
I'm just gonna keep approaching.
Okay. As you do get a little bit closer, the individual who was kind of like nodding sees you and turns around real quickly, like almost like he jumps a little bit and then turns around and leaves in a very big hurry and disappears.
Was it like it went out into the street, the main street? Okay. And what does the other guy do?
The other guy sits there and kind of just sees his friend jump and run away, and kind of just slowly turns around and sees you. Can I help you?
I don't know. Can you help me?
Well, there's lots of things I could do, but you, miss, look like you've had maybe a little too much to drink.
I had 1 drink. I'm okay.
Make a deception check. I mean, she's not lying.
She truly believes it.
I love disadvantage. Deception. You know that like song from Lion King? Deception. That is a 10.
A 10. Really, only one?
Just 1 drink. Yeah, I just needed I needed to come out here and talk to someone, but now I'm out here, I don't remember who I needed to talk to. Who are you talking to? Wait, who are you?
It's not really all that important of who I am. But you should probably get back inside to wherever or whoever.
I'm gonna do one of these moves and imitate cats.
How does that work? Right?
Just like lean back as far as I can and just go like, you can't tell me what to do.
That is
I'm a grown woman.
Do you need medical attention?
Do you need medical attention?
I'm just asking. You look like you're like spazzing as you're kind of like
We're gonna put my hand on the wall and just like kind of like.
As you go to put your hand on the wall, you're like.
There's no wall.
And just like summon my mage hand to like high five me.
High five yourself.
As she goes to summon her mage hand to high five her, it goes.
Falls over, Mom.
How about I just escort you back inside? I don't want you to injure yourself or injure someone else.
Like gonna put my hand out and say, "My name is Pele." Like the nicest tone.
Well, I do appreciate your candor, Pele. As I am Thomas. Please allow me as he kind of slowly escorts you as you're kind of shuffling as you.
Is he like a human?
Yeah, he's human.
Okay. Does he just take me to the door and then that's it?
No, he actually walks in with you.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Thomas, let me get you a drink.
You know,
No, come on. I'm gonna like kind of like loop my arm in his and pull him to the bar.
Okay.
Step over switch.
Don't mind them.
They're my friends.
They're my friends.
Is that quite? No. So Holly, after being drunk like a chalice, is no longer on face down on the thing. He's just like this, sitting up. Are these your friends?
Yep.
Are they quite alright?
Lightweights.
Well, a pleasure to meet you all, I'm sure. Lovely.
What would you like to drink, Thomas?
I'll take a honey mead, please.
Make that 2.
Are you sure? Have you ever had mead before?
No, but it sounds good.
Well, all right then. As the mead glasses come in a tankard, as he sits there and he pops it open and starts to drink it. What do you want to do?
I'm just gonna hold it, smell it.
Mm-hmm. It's very sweet smelling, almost like honey.
Small sip.
So as you taste it, have you ever had honeysuckles?
Yeah.
So it's very similar to a honeysuckle, mixed with what seems to be like almost like a cantaloupe.
Oh.
I haven't seen it much yet.
All right. I'm gonna say.
They used to grow here all the time.
Mm-hmm.
They kind of got rid of them.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna set it back down and say, good choice.
Oh yes, it's one of the things we're known for here in Pine Chill.
How long have you been in Pine Chill, Thomas?
Not too long, only about 10 years or so.
Oh, okay. You don't look old.
Well, I appreciate that. You look quite fiery. I've never actually met someone who has flaming hair and very interesting skin, I must say.
I've had it my whole life.
I would hope so, because it would be very awkward if you just recently got that.
That would be really weird, wouldn't it? Like, can you imagine someone wearing somebody's skin?
Nope, I can't. That would be kind of creepy and gross.
Very creepy. You know what me and my friends did? We had to go through and search for ribs on rib cages. It's weird.
So, are you and your friends grave robbers of some sort?
No. At that moment we were actually.
I would recommend not doing that here.
It was like a weird puzzle. We didn't solve the puzzle, but did you know that people that follow Merkel, they remove 3 specific areas in the ribs?
No, I actually had no idea.
Yeah. Gods are weird.
I hear that all the time, actually.
Thomas, what do you do here?
I actually work at one of the local meaderies.
Did you make this mead?
I didn't make this particular mead, no.
So you're drinking the competitor's mead.
Well, I'm not saying theirs is better, and I'm not saying ours is worse, but I am saying that I do enjoy this flavor.
Does some of your mead get sold here? Said here.
Yes, it does.
Well, why don't you order that?
As I said, I'm not saying this is better, and I'm not saying ours is inferior, but I am saying I like this flavor.
Alright. So you run it.
Yes.
Much better than walking it.
Can I roll over and cast Lesser Restoration on myself? If I can get the words out, Lesser Restoration.
I'll allow it, but do it at disadvantage.
Do I need to roll for that?
Yeah,
it's a second level spell.
You restore a guy named Lester.
What do I roll for that?
You're gonna be rolling your Constitution check again.
He feels great the whole rest of the day.
Yeah.
Best day of his life.
Wow.
No idea why.
He like lives across the
God.
road.
Oh.
Another nat 1.
Oh.
Any chance
So
they
I
can just
didn't
rally?
cast the spell.
Orban rally?
As Holly kind of comes out of a stupor. Oh, I feel good. As your Lester restrictions calm goes away and Holly is down.
Hey!
Holly, this is Thomas.
My
Hi, Thomas.
You were a statue just a moment ago.
Dwarven stuff.
He's always been a dwarf.
Rightfully so, I guess.
Did you enjoy the stout?
It's really, really good. Here, try this. I'm gonna hand him the honeysuckle mead.
It is very sweet.
Yes, it is.
Gonna pass out again.
I don't like it. Here you go.
Take it back and sip on it.
And not all alcohol has to be disgusting.
Speak for yourself.
No, I'm.
That was disgusting.
That was not disgusting. That is a very refined palate, my friend.
hiding all the flavor and sugar is a refined palate?
It's not hiding flavor. It's actually
He runs
accenting.
the meadery. Is that what they're called?
Accenting.
Meaderies?
We drink stout.
He runs the meadery.
Meter readers?
Meadery. A place that
You
makes
sell
mead.
meat?
No, mead. Like this, but not this. For some reason, he didn't order his own mead. He ordered a competitor's mead.
I'm just gonna ask for another stout at that point.
Oh, you're awake! You know, I've never seen a dwarf actually getting drinking like a stout, but that was quite an interesting feat, I must say. So you want another stout?
Just a normal one this time, though. The
Ah.
other one was a special occasion.
Yes. I completely understand. Don't want to be upshown. I gotcha. Be right back. As she comes back with a regular dwarven stout.
Much better than me.
Thomas, your friend out there, does he want to drink too? He looked really scared of me. Let's go with my hair.
I have no idea why he decided to run off. I mean, it's not like things happen in the city at nights or anything like that, so...
It looked like you guys were just taking a piss together. I'm not gonna...
It would be kind of awkward to...
looking to see if the kids were still here.
be that indecent, as it may. No. We were just conversing. He's an employee, and he was asking me some work questions. If you must know. Not that I'm trying to hide anything or.
Can I see if like sipping on the meat or anything, if I've like started to come down from the buzz?
Sure.
Let's see. All right. Big money. Is it disadvantage?
Yep.
Okay.
Skyrim.
That's an 8.
Okay, so what a lot of people don't know is that mead is very alcoholic. It's actually stronger than most wines.
Mm-hmm.
So, the stout that you had was probably like a 13 or 14% alcohol. What you have now is probably close to 16, 18 percent alcohol. So it's a lot stronger. Even though you're sipping it, it's still hitting you just as hard as
Downing the stout.
The stout.
Got it. I'm gonna stand up. Just be like, hey, Dove!
Yeah.
I can juggle
Do it.
fireballs.
Oh.
I'm gonna say thank you to Estefador.
So
Let's go outside of the back.
I'm
gonna go.
stone sober at this point.
I'm gonna go up to Thomas and go, here's the gold for the drink. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Let's go, Dove!
I'm also
Your
not drunk.
friends
I just want to
are
see the
quite
fireball.
Characters, I do say, my dwarven friend.
Never a dull moment.
I can see that. What is the story with this?
He had what I was having.
He's probably pissed himself by now.
You should have done it out back with the other guy.
Well,
am I awake or am I just like out?
No, you're out. You're out.
Okay. On a 13% alcohol for a purple.
You rolled a nat 1! I did not.
You've had a rough couple days.
That's true.
I mean, you have almost gone, like, DOA a couple times.
And we haven't eaten. I'm not drunk.
Wow!
Let me see if I can get him up. I'm gonna just like go over and start smacking him in the face a little bit, see if I can help him awake.
Does it work?
So as you start slapping around, Thomas kind of looks at you, looks at him. Can I have another honey mead, please? After a few moments, Swage, you do kind of rouse to intoxicated, but you are awake. As your face doesn't hurt, it just feels numb.
Have some stew.
I need some food in my belly.
Yes, I do have some stew, but you might want to close up, dearie.
Nah.
I'm not saying I don't mind the show, but other people might.
I think the band likes it.
What?
The band, they like it.
The bad?
The band. Where's that little guy dancing around over there?
I just imagine him in a hospital gown at this point.
Are you talking about? Are you talking about the performers?
Yep.
Sway, she sent you have your robe on backwards.
Well, very well.
Probably for the
Yeah, how about you go have a seat at the table and I'll bring you some bread. Lots of bread. Actually, lots of bread.
Great.
He likes corn.
I don't think they have corn.
I don't have corn. I do have potatoes.
That's new. Potatoes and bread.
Do you have potato bread?
No. I do have banana bread.
Can I have this robe? I keep this robe. So.
How much for the robe?
You know what? You can just keep
You
it.
probably don't want it back anyway, but I'll take the bread.
As she kind of scurries off, a few moments later, comes back to the table and brings you a very nice portion of soup and a whole loaf of bread. And then she comes back a couple minutes later with a very rustic-looking potato, kind of split open. It has some mushrooms. It has some very interesting garnish on top. Some of it green, and some of it almost powdery and fine over the top of it, in a green, like almost luminescent topping on top.
Did I see the green sparkly stuff inside the dead people, or is that only Gary? And Sidon? Just the way you described that reminded me of how...
I think you can see it with the spyglass.
Yeah.
Yeah, you would have had to have looked at the bodies with the spyglass.
If I'm seeing sparkly stuff on a potato, I don't even know what the potato is. I'm probably not going to eat that part, but I will tuck into that stew, like rip a piece of the bread off and just dip it in the stew and start shoveling.
I'm going to go ahead and give her like 5 gold.
Okay.
This should cover the robe and everything else.
Very well. I do appreciate your business. You seem like the sort of fellow who kind of knows how to increase one's pockets.
So, we were told no gambling.
Oh, I'm not talking about gambling. No.
Because there's definitely a darker fellow over there that's stressed with that.
Oh yes, my husband. Don't really mind him. But I was just wondering if maybe you would be interested in going to a underground area.
So, full disclosure, I think I've been there.
Oh well, then you should have no problem with that.
I don't think it ended well.
Oh, really? As she begins to start talking to you in Thieves' Camp.
I don't really know, but I had to get smuggled out when I left. And
I thought you were going to say
back.
you don't know Steve's camp.
I know.
This is the bartender he's talking to, right?
Yeah. Well, what did you do?
There was some gambling, there was some fighting. The big guy, I got him in a fight. I don't know, there was a dude really dark sitting in a corner. Didn't really take kind to the fact that I was winning so much money.
Oh,
I don't even know who he is.
never mind then. Forget I even brought it up.
Could you help a brother out and at least let me know what I did?
Well, if the gentleman that you're describing, was he kind of, dressed nice, had pretty big hands.
Sat in a booth.
Yeah, had a few people around him.
Probably it was a booth. I have been drinking too at this point again.
So we don't really have crime here, as well. You've been here before, so you know kind of what the town is. That being said, the person that you dealt with is of a different faction, and
I took his pocket. I
yes,
guess.
which probably made him lose favor with certain other individuals, which either he's running for his life or he's looking for your head. Depending on how much you did take from him. And if he's looking for you, and you had to be snuggled out, I'm guessing it was probably a pretty good sum. It was probably all his startup money that he had
I'm
here.
dead already. At least they're not looking for my soul. Anyway.
I mean, there's worse things you could be looked for.
Known from experience. Yeah, so, yeah, I'd like to, if you could find anything out about maybe something a dwarf did to piss him off. Is he still around town somewhere?
I don't know if he is. I haven't actually been to the underground fights in a while. That's why I was asking. I kind of owe some people money myself. That's why I'm seeing. Maybe you could help me out, but seems like you're in more of a bind than I. But the individual you did kind of describe is going to be Boglor. Yes.
Bad lore.
Now I haven't actually met the individual, but from what I've told, he's a bugbear. Not the most smartest, but definitely the more brawnier of the goblinoid race. Do be careful.
One other
potato.
Dearie, it's quite alright. Just go ahead and eat
What's
it.
the sparkly bits?
Sparkly bits?
Yeah.
It's just garnish, my dear boy.
It's not sparkly, it's actually just onion.
Oh.
But it's green onion, that's why it's green.
Okay, I started eating that too.
It tastes delicious.
No ill effects.
No ill effects.
No strange no potato damage today.
My son asks me every Friday, he's like, did you take more bean damage today?
That's awesome. That is awesome.
I do have one further question.
Yes.
What's with the whole obsidian dagger thing?
That I don't really know. From what I understand, somebody had an obsidian dagger stolen here in town. Supposedly it was immense power to it. So that's why it's not told that you can't have one. It's just if you
They're
do
looking for
have
someone
one.
who has one.
Right.
So odds are it's still here somewhere.
Possibly, yes.
I wouldn't mind a dagger with immense power. That could be useful.
You know what they say about power.
Don't I know that?
It only begets more power. Well, if you do change your mind about going to the underground, by all means, please let me know and can maybe get you in on the back side so that way nobody notices you. But
I don't feel like there's a lot of dwarves here. Come through here.
you'd actually be surprised. We don't really have dwarves, but we do get Drago that come through. Which, no offense, look like dwarves, just darker colored skin.
Fair enough.
We could definitely paint you up and make you look like one of them, no?
That sounds awful.
I mean, but have you looked at yourself lately?
I probably do need to take a bath too.
It was great. You should take a bath. Are my clothes almost clean?
Your clothes have been clean for a while, dear. They're in your room. You've just been passed out that long.
I'm gonna go get them dirty again. I'm gonna go upstairs.
You go right
Thank you, Turbus. Turbus? Tannerus? Yeah. Night.
Tavarnas?
Tavares. Is there anything else I can get you?
No, I think that's it for right now.
Alright, you go ahead and give me a performance check. Oh, I did not forget.
I was
Tossing
waiting.
Instead
fireballs.
of just following Pele, I want to bring S4 with us.
I'm back
and
inside.
we're gonna both watch Pele.
Is it disadvantage?
Oh yeah, you're drunk. So as you're kind of walking out, you see them running outside to the back pavilion area. And Pele is talking about fireball juggling! Come on, come on! Come
I
watch
immediately
me!
start following her after.
Oh, yeah.
Once I heard the fireball.
Did S4 come with me?
Yes.
I got a 14.
14.
Pretty good for being drunk.
Not bad.
Yeah.
So Pele is just like, watch this. As she produces a fire. Everyone's like, ooh. And she sits there and she produces another fireball. She's got two.
Wouldn't burn down this whole town.
Kind of showmanships a little bit. And then she sits there and now there's three in her hands as she starts to juggle. After about a few seconds, one of the fireballs kind of falls out and kind of lands on the ground. And of course she plays it off very drunkenly that it was part of the plan. It's part of the act. Another 30-45 minutes go by and she's juggling. Not the greatest performance of her life, but definitely still a show for people that will be talked about in some form or fashion in the future.
I just dissipate all
Sitting
the
crisscross on the
fireballs.
grass, just being
I'm
like,
like,
yes! You're doing great!
Am I talking?
You're like, the crowd goes wild.
I hear the final countdown in my head.
I'm just picturing Will Ferrell juggling on The Office with
with the fake.
imaginary balls.
I like when Pam makes fun of him later in the episode.
Look, no hands.
He had no hand.
We're out in the courtyard, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna throw my head up like this and look where the moon is at.
There is no moon.
Cass. Someone took the moon.
I think it's more likely that you just can't see it.
She starts to get upset. She takes out that handkerchief. She's like, blows her nose in it. Stuffs it back in her pocket.
As she starts to realize that had like fur, it had like a little musky smell to
And
it.
then all of a sudden I'm like, is that like hair in my nose? I'm gonna go to bed. Yeah. Good night, guys. And I'm like gonna get up and just go upstairs to the room. Do I see Holly and Thomas still at the bar?
Thomas is gone.
Thomas is gone.
Yeah, when Holly started talking to the bartender, especially when they started talking in a weird dialect, almost sounds like.
Piglet.
No, it sounds like he'd be saying like, "Oh, did you know you needed an umbrella that's out during the daylight?" Basically, what it sounds like, it's just complete gibberish and nonsense, and they're having a full conversation back and forth like that. Thomas is just like, "Okay," and he gets up and escorts himself out.
I'm just like motion. I'm going to my room.
Do you want another?
Nope. I feel fire in my belly. I'm just gonna walk upstairs.
You're always on fire.
You're right.
That girl is on fire!
That's Pele's theme song.
Can I go take a bath and have my clothes laundered.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to go do that.
Okay. All right. So, Kaz, go ahead and roll me a d12 since you're done with your bath. Well, you should have one. You're barbarian. Your hit dice.
I don't.
are D12s.
But I have full health. I didn't need them. Yep. Seven.
No, you have temporary hit points until
7,000. Okay.
power level 9,000. All right.
Is there a fireplace in the in the room?
No.
No. Cool. Then Pele's just gonna go to bed.
You gonna yell at God?
Just like how many beds are in here right now?
Huh?
How many beds are in here right now?
One.
One.
It's a really big bed.
It's a really big bed.
Really big bed.
Pele's just gonna right in the center.
I hope Swade's bed is real
as
tiny and she got the big.
and on the bed, you feel a cold metal object on the bed.
Just. I'm gonna grab it.
It's Esser's sword.
This is the thing that talks. I like stand up and like take it over to the dresser and hold it up to my ear. I don't hear anything. Just like set it there. Be good. But I'll say it like in primordial. And then go back onto the bed and just flop back down.
Alright.
What does my room look like?
So you go up to your room. You have two beds. Probably the size of like the futon, right there. You're able to push them together to make one big bed, like you requested. It's not plain. Like it's got a nice dresser. It has a closet so you can actually put stuff in if need be. As you kind of like, not drunkenly, but kind of just like stumble around, you do find that there is like some books by the nightstand. There is a wash basin in the room, empty, but there is a pitcher of water there to wash your hands if you need to. A mirror, and it does have some plant life inside. So it's very comforting, but not elegant.
Sounds lovely. I will drink all the water in the pitcher. Push the beds together.
It's a good thing that's just reused water. So
Any water is going to be fine for me right now. Prevent this hangover tomorrow.
okay,
Push the beds together and go to bed.
all right. Anybody else?
I'll probably go ahead and take a bath and then head to bed myself.
Yeah, I'll go to bed.
All right. So you go to your room. There's two other people already in the room in various bunks. So there's a bottom bunk and there's a top bunk still available. The bunks, unfortunately, are not as big to accommodate your large size, so your feet or your head's gonna be kind of hanging.
That's fine. Kaz is sleeping outside most of the time, so I'm just gonna crash here on the floor.
Okay. As you crash on the floor, your room is just so you have the two bunks, one on each side. The center is kind of open. There is a wash basin, a small mirror, and smaller plants kind of like around that area. There isn't closets, but there is what looks to be like little foot lockers, one on each side of the bunks. So one for the top, one for the bottom, to put stuff in. So, you two, it takes you about 15-20 minutes for a quick bath. For a deeper bath, 30-40 minutes. After you get done, go ahead and roll your d12.
I need to get all the dirt out of my fur, so I'm gonna take a long soak.
10.
7.
Hey, me too.
So are my clothes laundered, or will I need to get them in the morning?
No,
I'm definitely
they'll be delivered to your room.
Okay, so I'm gonna. So for Dove, like, she's never really naked, but she wears clothes for the sake of other people.
Like Donald Duck.
Yeah, basically, it's like she wears clothes because it's socially acceptable and it gives her pockets. Like, does she need a robe to walk back to her room?
It's really up to you.
She's just a big cat lady.
It's really up to you.
I'm just gonna get out and shake the water off my paws. And then go upstairs, and is Paley just like starfish
No,
out
just
on the bed?
like a plank just straight down.
Okay, well I'm gonna try and like pull the covers out from underneath you.
She's a very like, what's your strength?
14.
Yeah.
I'm also like a foot taller than you.
Yeah,
and
you're
probably
good.
like
You're
150 pounds heavier than you.
You are good.
So I'm
I'm
gonna-
like a feather.
I'm gonna pull the sheets out from under you. I'm gonna roll you on your side, and then I'm gonna pull the covers back up and like get your hair out of your face. I want to get a little cup of water and put it beside the bed.
Aww.
And then I am going to get in bed too and go to sleep.
When you plan on having a sleepover, and then that's actually what happens.
That's usually how it goes.
I one time stole my friend's. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm just gonna curl up and hope that Paley doesn't punch me in the face while she sleeps.
She's out cold. No, I would like to try and wake up early so Paley can shower, because after drinking you always feel gross.
And your head's probably gotta be hurting.
Yeah.
So as you guys bed down for the evening, and fall a slumber, next morning you wake up. Ladies, you feel okay, as your head is pounding, just because the amount you drank the night before.
Yep.
You wouldn't say it was a party, but it was definitely a good time. Well deserved.
Do I remember everything?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd say you remember pretty much everything. It wasn't like you were blackout drunk
Yeah.
like some people. But you were pretty good. As you get up, you can smell the aromas of the morning food, breakfast being cooked. It smells like there's like an oat-based product being made with what seems to be like eggs and some meat as well. Guys, you wake up not feeling too great, as you both have pretty good splitting headaches.
I had magic cast on me.
Right, that was the first round.
Yeah. Rally.
Yeah. It's kind of like when you drink yourself sober and you're like, oh yeah, this is fine. I got this, and then you remember waking up the next morning going, how the hell did I know? It's pretty much what you're feeling at this point. You can smell the food. Swage, as you smell the food, it kind of makes you sick though.
I'm gonna wake up and cast Lesser Race. I can't say the
Lesser
word.
Restoration.
Lesser Restoration on myself because Swage has work to do. He's got to go to church.
Take me to church.
He's got to go to the Iron Church.
All right. As you cast Lesser Restoration, your headache goes away. Your senses kind of tune back in. You feel like you're back to normal.
That guy Lester's gonna feel great.
Yeah.
Kaz, as you get up, you don't feel that bad. As you drink enough to be like, okay, yeah, that was good. And then you took the bath, which helped out with the effects of the alcohol, as you sweated a lot of it out. So you woke up the next morning, cotton mouth, but not like a splitting headache or anything like that. You can smell the food being cooked in the other room, as the barracks rooms are pretty close to where the kitchen is.
Put
Can
it
I
on
get
my.
everybody to make a perception check?
Oh man, what a terrible roll.
Finally. I rolled earlier. All I've rolled tonight is a 2 and 2 1s. And now I rolled an 18. Finally.
Hey, sometimes it just takes the dice a little bit to warm up, man.
Yep. 25 for me.
Dang.
Minus 20 from that, and that's mine.
13.
Also 13.
Okay. All right.
14.
14. So as all of you kind of get up and start grabbing your stuff and getting ready to go downstairs, everyone seems like they have all their belongings except for Cass. You're missing an item.
Can I tell what that item is?
It's a pretty big item.
Better not be
Well, I hope it's not my hammer.
Yeah,
That's gonna
Jorge?
be- Is it Jorge? No. Is it my hammer?
Your maul is missing.
Which one?
My new one? The old one I would left in the carriage.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm gonna be pretty mad now. I'm gonna burst out of the room and start yelling about yelling who took my weapon.
You're just gonna start yelling.
Yeah, I'm pissed.
As all of you hear, who took my hammer?
Oh my god, that's Cass!
I'm gonna go try to find him.
Okay.
I want to go find Kaz too. Pelly, do you need anything? I'm gonna go find Kaz.
I'm Talent. I'm gonna go take a shower.
Okay.
And I'm gonna get up and grab, the essentials and take a shower.
Shower. Yeah, I want to go find Kaz.
All right. It takes you guys a few moments to find Kaz with quite a group of individuals. The shop owner, she's there, as well as the 2 roommates that were in the room, and a bunch of other morning patients that are sitting there, kind of just staring at this very large individual, kind of making a scene, to say lack of better words that way.
Is it safe to assume that we know that his hammer has gone missing? And that's why he's upset?
I mean,
He yelled it.
he yelled it.
Yeah.
I want to go into his room and see if I can't figure out if it was, like, jacked or if it never got delivered.
Okay.
Like, if there might have been somewhere, like, the hammer was resting and then someone took it in the middle of the night.
Okay.
I don't know how exactly I'm finding that, but...
Where's the last place you remember having it?
I mean, I never would have left it. Like, it would have been near me the whole time. It would have been leaning up against the tub.
I'm
like,
surprised you didn't sleep with it. Do you sleep with it?
I mean, I sleep next to it. Yeah.
So, after talking with Kaz, you find that it never leaves his side. I will allow you to do an investigation check to see if you can see if something disturbed the area, which he says it was laying next to him, or something to that effect.
As Pele's washing herself, she's like, oh shoot. And she's gonna point towards the area that she thinks does that. She's like, Asku was sleeping in the same room as Cass. And then continue to just go back to
17.
Can I hear you? Am I close to you?
I message you, so it can go through
Oh.
a foot thick of stone and stuff like that.
Message before, and I'm
So
gonna
you'll just kind of hear it
I'm
in your
gonna
head.
perk up and be super excited because it's never happened to me before.
You can respond. Thank you for whispering.
Were you
Wait.
at 17?
17.
So, with that roll, you
Who
do
was
see that
sleeping
there
in the same
looks like there, where the mall was, there's kind of like a sticky substance, kind of around where it was.
Sticky like mead.
I'm not that attached to it.
Is it sticky like honey mead?
How do you know how honeymead would be sticky?
Because the word honey is in the name.
That doesn't mean it's sticky.
Could be. Honey is sticky. So, Kaz, Pele wants to know who was sleeping in your room.
As soon as she says that, I'm gonna look at the two guys there.
Yeah. So one of them is a rabbit folk. As sits there and he's just sitting there and he's just like cleaning his ear. As he stops and looks at you all like, what? I didn't do nothing. Like, I was sleeping, just like everyone else was sleeping.
Did you hear anything?
Oh yeah. Let's ask the guy with the big ears. Hey, did you hear something? Like, did I not just say I was sleeping? Sheesh.
Heavy sleeper. I like them. They look great.
Oh, thank you. I tried. Yeah. Keep it clean. And then the other individual that was in the room was a turtle folk. As he sits there and he kind of looks around the room, kind of sinks back into his shell a little bit. I didn't see anything.
I wanna. It seems suspicious to Kaz, so I'm gonna like pick him up by like the back of his shell and like look at him.
As he kind of sinks back into his shell even more. Can I help you? As it kind of echoes throughout the shell.
Are you sure you didn't see anything?
I'm sure.
Can I? I'd like to try to tell if I can tell if he's.
Go ahead and roll me insight.
Not too bad. 15.
15. Yeah. Seems like he's on the level.
Okay, I'll go ahead and set him down.
Can I smell the sticky substance that Holly found?
I wanna pick it up and just kind of like see how tacky it is all together. Take a whiff.
Taste it.
Probably end up tasting it before it's all said and done.
I want to see if I can smell it and
Whole
then
thing what I was thinking.
follow the smell.
Maybe part canine, Arena.
Yeah.
She's like Wolverine.
So as you pick it up and kind of play with it, it's still like sticky. As you kind of taste it, it's not sweet. It's actually very bitter, almost to the point of like it hurts bitter. As you smell it, it smells more like medical. Like it's a plant of some sort. Go ahead and roll me a survival. See if you can follow it.
14.
14. You can smell that it kind of goes down the hall, out past the hookah area, and to the courtyard. When it gets to the courtyard, you can kind of smell it. It sits there for a little bit, and then continues out into the street. And then when it gets to the street area, it kind of starts to fade. But you can tell it's going in a general direction of the main square.
At this point, could we say that I'm finished with my shower and I can group up with them?
Yep.
Okay, cool. Cute.
I'm going to tell Kaz that where the smell goes.
Okay.
I'm also letting him know that it was someone broke in and took it.
So before we get too far, after we get out there, first I want to go back and get my original maul out of Estev's.
Wait, can I see that stuff? Like that sticky stuff?
It's on the floor.
And I want to ask Dove if she knows what it smelled like. Like if she could tell what kind of.
Is this
plant
like
it
a
was.
tobacco?
Mm-mm.
No?
It's
Yeah.
like it's like a medical.
Like
Like
a
a-
A
medical?
like an herb.
stringent kind of. Is it something I would recognize from being in the woods?
Yeah, I would say that you would know, maybe not the plant itself, but you know it would be used for like closing small cuts or gashes. Nothing too deep, as it's more of like, oh, it's a topical. Like, let me put it on real quick, so nothing, gets infected. No deal.
Okay. I'm gonna tell Cass. I'm gonna tell everybody that.
I'm gonna take out the spyglass and see if I see anything amiss.
Oh, hold on. Here you go.
Oh, yeah.
Pele just pulls that out of nowhere because she didn't grab her pack.
Hold on, let me go upstairs and grab it. I'm gonna run back downstairs.
Where was that?
And I'll just like pull it out of the haversack. Here you go.
Okay. Look around the room. I see anything amiss? Everything looks about the same.
Mhm.
Okay. Where are we? Like in the town? Where's the tavern?
We're like right here.
Like in the Ghost Pass area, kind of, or not?
Yeah, you guys
Across
are.
the street from that.
You guys are right here.
I got it. Okay. So that.
Yeah, and this is the courtyard area right here, and this is that wall area that goes out into the main road. And that's this area. Yep.
Okay. Swage is gonna look out the window and see the daylight burning, and he's gonna close his eyes and think about Cass's vicious maul and the damage it did to the frost worm and the damage it did to the troll, and Cass locate object.
Ooh.
Nice.
1,000 feet is the range, and I can tell where it is and where it's moving.
Okay.
If it's moving.
You
Yeah.
better move fast.
So you do sense it. As it is. I'm trying to think of the best way to describe this. Does it show you where it's been or where it's currently at?
So you sense the direction to the creature's location. Oh wait, that's creature. Hold on. You sense the direction to the object's location as long as it's within 1,000 feet of you. If it's in motion, you know the direction of its movement. And the only thing that blocks it is lead. Like if there's any thickness of lead between me and it, then I know exactly where it is and where if it's moving.
So you know the mall is over here.
Let's go.
Let's go.
I know
Yep.
where it is. It's on my way to the church anyway.
It's on the way.
Is it Sunday, Cass? For Switch?
I gotta make something today.
I'm gonna be right behind Switch.
I gotta find a forge somewhere. I'm sure it's not on this end of town. And so,
I'm with him.
if everybody's ready to go, we got 10 minutes. I got concentration on.
Okay. So you guys start to walk out of the tavern area. As you guys get to the center market area, you can see there's a bunch of like little pop-up tent shops around the center. There is a very nice water fountain in the center there. The pop-up tents and stuff have various goods. Some of it food, vendors. So like your regular produce, some of your dried goods, some clothing articles for the area, more of like the cheaper area, like cheaper type stuff. Nothing that's going to be super high end. As you guys get over on this side, kind of coming around the circle, the square, you can see there's a bunch of buildings, and on those buildings, those have actual signs. So like one of them's a tailor, one of them is an item shop, one of them actually has what looks to be like a big book kind of open with like an archway over top of the pages. Like, take a look.
It's like book it. You jump on book it when you were little.
Yeah. As those are there, so those look like more of like the higher end shops. As you guys get to this area over here, you can see that it's actually water. As there's only a bridge that leads from the town to what looks to be like the castle area.
And the mall was like over here?
The mall is over here.
Oh.
In the water.
In the water.
Yeah, as you get closer, you can actually see down almost to the bottom of the water area.
How deep is it?
Huh?
How deep is it?
It's probably a good 20 or 30 feet deep.
I'm gonna use Mage Hand to try and grab them all out.
As you use Mage Hand, your hand goes all the way down, touches the bottom. It doesn't find the maul itself.
Oh.
Is it moving or did I see it stationary?
No, it's stationed.
I'm gonna jump in after it.
Can you swim?
Yeah.
It doesn't wear armor, at least.
Yeah.
As you jump in, yeah, you dive into the moat, if you will. As you get to the bottom of the area, you kind of are frantically looking around. You don't see the maul actually there.
I'm gonna use dancing lights and throw them down there to try and assist him.
Go ahead and make me a perception check.
Swage, don't you have a grappling hook?
I do, yeah. On a 50-foot
16.
chain. But if they're not even
16.
able to see it-
So as you're looking around trying to find the maul, you don't find the maul, but what you do find is what looks to be like a doorway.
Okay. I'll come up and get some air and then dive back down and open up the door if I can.
Go ahead and make me a strength check.
Is the door like on the ground? Or...
It's like on the side.
8.
8. As you grab the doors and put your feet, you kind of start to pull on it. As you're trying to pull on it, you're letting out a lot of air bubbles are bubbling to the surface. As you continue to do this, it feels like the door isn't even budging.
Can I try to push it?
Yeah, I mean, you're pushing, you're pulling, it's not budging.
Okay, so I'm gonna swim back up, and I want to ask Swage if I can borrow his grappling hook.
Absolutely. Yeah, let's get this done. I got things to do. And I hand 50-foot of chain and grappling hook to you.
I'm really the only one that knows about the whole underground here, right?
Kaz knows too.
Is there another door somewhere? I'm gonna start searching for another door just around this that would take me down to this general area.
While he's doing that, I'm gonna go ahead and connect the grappling hook to the door.
Okay, go ahead and make me an investigation check, and you're gonna...
I'm gonna connect it to the door somehow, so that way I can go back up on land and then try to like...
yank it?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's good.
Maybe with Swage's
Yeah,
help.
can we all
I can
hold
help.
it and all pull it together?
Get some leverage around a post or something up here.
I'll just start beating my drum. Yeah.
How would you attach the grappling hook?
I thought there were like some handles or something that I was holding on to.
No,
Nothing.
it's a flat.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
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 There's no handle on it?
No.
Guys, try sliding the door open.
Do I see how far behind the door it is?
Not. I mean, like it's probably maybe only 5 or 10 feet away from the door.
Just gotta get that door open. It's right there.
Well, I'll go ahead and give back the grappling hook then, and we'll see if Holly finds it.
22.
22. Holly, you do find another door.
Oh, cool. I'm hitting a magic missile.
As you come over to this area here, you find what looks to be like a statue. As you're kind of like looking around, you can see that the statue is movable, as there's drag marks on the ground. As you go over to it and kind of start pushing it, it opens up, leading to a staircase that goes down. When you do that, it starts to re-engage some memories of going to an underground fight area.
So I'm gonna come back to them and get them to stop before they just start firing
As I'm
missiles
like
into
ready
the
to
water.
like.
Wait. There's another way down there. Pretty confident I know what just happened. Remember how we had to smuggle me out?
Mhm.
Yeah, he was kind of involved there too.
Mhm.
They probably are taking his mall because he's a little more easily noticeable than I am.
Mm-hmm.
There's another door over there.
Let's go.
Yeah, as soon as he says that, I'm immediately headed that direction.
All right. It's 8:30. We're missing Esha, and I don't want to get into a whole altercation before the new guy gets here next week. So, how about we call it for tonight, and then we'll pick up and move into that underground section next week. Well, not next week. The week after.